In February 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers set out on an expedition in the Ural Mountains of Russia. This trip would take them to a remote area known as Dyatlov Pass, a place that has since become synonymous with mystery and intrigue. The team, led by Igor Dyatlov, consisted of members who were skilled in outdoor survival and had a passion for adventure and exploration. Their journey, however, would end in tragedy and unexplained circumstances, leading to theories and speculation that persist to this day. As the hikers prepared for their expedition, they gathered supplies and planned their route carefully, fully aware of the challenges that lay ahead. They were equipped with warm clothing and camping gear, and they carefully calculated their schedule to ensure they would return safely. The group set out with high hopes, eager to explore the beauty of the snow-covered mountains. The last communication from the hikers was sent from a spot near the pass, where they expressed their excitement about the journey. But after a few days, the expected return date came and went. When friends and family grew concerned after weeks of silence, a search party was assembled to look for the missing hikers. Serious efforts were made, and ultimately, rescuers discovered their abandoned tent on the slopes of the pass, half buried in snow. Inside the tent, investigators found a troubling scene. The tent had been cut open from the inside, which was puzzling. The hikers had apparently fled into the freezing cold, without proper clothing or gear. Their belongings were left behind, including shoes, warm jackets, and even the group's camping supplies. This raised many questions about the conditions that drove them to leave their shelter in such a frantic state. Investigators soon began to uncover some of the hikers' remains scattered around the area. The bodies were found at various distances from the tent, some more than a kilometer away. As the rescue teams looked into what had happened, they discovered that the circumstances surrounding the deaths were alarming. Some of the bodies showed signs of severe injuries, including broken ribs and skull fractures, while others had strange markings on their skin. The analysis of the remains indicated that some hikers had experienced significant internal damage without external wounds, leading to speculations about what might have caused such injuries. Various theories emerged as people sought to explain the tragic event. The avalanche theory suggested that a snow avalanche had swept over the tent, forcing the hikers to escape quickly from their shelter. However, it was noted that no evidence of an avalanche was found at the site, fueling doubt about this explanation. Another theory pointed to hypothermia, suggesting that the sudden onset of a cold snap might have disoriented the hikers, prompting them to leave the safety of their tent. The harsh winter conditions in the Ural Mountains were indeed treacherous, and the extreme cold could have taken its toll on their decision-making abilities. However, the condition of the bodies raised questions about this theory as well. Some speculated about the presence of a yeti or similar creature in the area. The folklore surrounding mysterious creatures in the wilderness has fascinated many over the years, and the strange circumstances surrounding the hikers' deaths gave rise to tales of unknown beasts lurking in the mountains. Although many dismiss this idea as a myth, those intrigued by the paranormal were eager to entertain the thought of a cryptid encounter. Another fascinating angle brought forth was that the hikers had encountered military activity in the region. Some pointed out that the area has had a history of secret military experiments and classified operations. Was it possible that the hikers stumbled upon something they were not meant to see? This theory introduced the complication of government secrecy surrounding the incident. As time went on, the Dyatlov Pass incident captured the attention of not just locals but also people from around the world. Books, documentaries, and even films were produced to explore the mystery. The eerie tales of the hikers' experience sparked an enduring fascination with the unknown and showcased how unresolved events can imprint on collective memory. Years later, some of the hikers' families sought answers and transparency regarding the government's investigation. They felt that too many questions remained unanswered and demanded further inquiry into the tragic circumstances. In response, a number of investigations reopened the case, trying to piece together what had happened to the group. Yet, even with new technology and forensic advancements, no conclusive explanation emerged. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains an enigma, drawing interest from amateur detectives, thrill seekers, and even researchers. Each new idea or theory seems to add a layer to the already complex narrative. From natural phenomena to the realm of the supernatural, the possibilities of what might have occurred that fateful night continue to be a source of debate and discussion. As people ponder the many theories, The final resting place of the Dyatlov group serves as a reminder of the deep connection humanity has with the mysteries of nature. Nature can be both beautiful and terrifying, offering awe-inspiring splendor while holding secrets that often elude understanding. With each passing year, the legend of the Dyatlov Pass solidifies its place in history, captivating imaginations and nurturing a sense of exploration within us all. In conclusion, the Dyatlov Pass incident stands as a stark reminder of the unknowns that lie in the world around us. It challenges our understanding of nature and the human experience, and prompts us to ponder the events that form the tapestry of our history. Whether through storytelling or sharing theories, this incident continues to connect us to the mysteries of the past, drawing us to explore the adventures that await just beyond our comprehension. The story of the Mary Celeste is one of the most fascinating maritime mysteries in history. The year was 1872 when this American merchant brigantine was discovered adrift in the Atlantic Ocean. What makes this tale so intriguing is that the ship was found completely intact, yet its crew had vanished without a trace. The Mary Celeste was originally launched in 1861, and it was no stranger to the seas, having made several successful voyages prior to its infamous journey. On the evening of November 7, 1872, the Mary Celeste set sail from New York City, bound for Genoa, Italy. Aboard were Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife Sarah, their 2-year-old daughter, and 7 crew members. The ship was well stocked with food and fresh water, and all appeared to be in good order. However, the voyage would take an unexpected turn, leading to one of the most puzzling events in nautical history. On December 4, 1872, the Mary Celeste was spotted by the British brig Dei Gratia, which was also sailing in the Atlantic. The crew of the Dei Gratia noticed that the Mary Celeste seemed to be sailing aimlessly, her sails partially set, and her lifeboat missing. Upon boarding the Mary Celeste, the captain of the Dei Gratia, David Morehouse, made a shocking discovery. The ship was deserted. Not a single member of the crew could be found. The sight on board was eerie. The tables were set for a meal, and personal belongings were still in place. The ship's cargo, which included over 1,700 barrels of alcohol, was intact, but it was clear that something had gone terribly wrong. The ship was seaworthy, and there were no signs of a struggle or any kind of catastrophe. The last entry in the ship's log was dated November 25, 1872, and mentioned that the crew was in good health and spirits. So what had happened to the captain, his family, and the crew? As news of the discovery spread, numerous theories began to emerge. Some people speculated that the crew had been attacked by pirates. However, there was no evidence of such an encounter. Others suggested that a sudden storm may have caused panic, leading the crew to abandon ship. But again, the weather conditions had been calm at the time of the ship's abandonment. Another interesting theory revolved around the ship's cargo of alcohol. Some suggested that the fumes from the barrels could have led to the crew experiencing hallucinations or dizziness, prompting them to abandon the ship in a fit of hysteria. However, this theory lacks strong support. While alcohol was known to be volatile, it is highly unlikely that it would have driven the crew to abandon a seaworthy ship in calm waters. Theories continued to grow even more fanciful over time, with some people talking about supernatural forces or alien abductions. Fiction writers and filmmakers have found inspiration in the mysterious tale of the Mary Celeste, leading to countless adaptations and stories about the ship and its fate. In more recent years, historians and researchers have sought to piece together the events of that ill-fated voyage. Some have posited that the ship may have encountered a waterspout or a rogue wave, which could have frightened the crew into abandoning ship. Yet, there is no concrete evidence to support this theory either. Despite the various investigations and theories, the fate of the Mary Celeste's crew remains unsolved to this day. The ship itself continued her journey after being found by the Dei Gratia, and was eventually sold to new owners. The Mary Celeste sailed for several more years before finally being abandoned in 1885, left to deteriorate on the Caribbean coast. The enduring mystery of the Mary Celeste not only captivates the imagination, but raises questions about the unknowns of life on the sea. What was happening aboard the ship that dark night? What decision led the crew to leave their vessel and vanish? Will we ever have an answer to this maritime enigma? The legend of the Mary Celeste lives on as a reminder of the vastness and unpredictability of the ocean. For every ship that sails proudly into the horizon, there are countless stories of vessels lost to time and space. The Mary Celeste has secured a permanent place in the annals of maritime history, not just as a ship, but as a representation of the many unanswered questions we face in life. As with all great mysteries, the allure of the unknown adds to the tale. The Mary Celeste remains a symbol of adventure and intrigue, reminding us that the sea holds stories beyond our comprehension. Each wave carries whispers of the past, waiting to be uncovered. The next time you look out at the ocean, consider the tales that lie beneath its surface and the secrets it has yet to reveal. The Mary Celeste, with its haunting legacy, is an invitation to ponder the mysteries that continue to captivate our hearts and minds. The allure of the sea is filled with stories of fate, adventure, and the perpetual search for truth in the unknown. The Voynich manuscript is one of the most intriguing and mysterious books in history. Dating back to the early 15th century, this manuscript has captivated scholars, cryptographers, and enthusiasts alike with its enigmatic illustrations and an unknown script. The origins of the Voynich manuscript remain shrouded in mystery, making it an enduring subject of fascination for historians and researchers. The manuscript is named after Wilfrid Voynich, a rare book dealer who acquired it in 1912. Its origins can be traced to an unknown European location during the Renaissance period, and its creation is believed to be linked to a specific individual or group who sought to document knowledge in a manner that remains elusive to this day. One of the foremost features of the Voynich manuscript is its strikingly intricate illustrations. The pages are filled with vivid depictions of plants, astronomical diagrams, and naked figures nestled among flowing water. What makes the illustrations particularly captivating is that many of the plants depicted do not match any known species, leading to theories that the creator of the manuscript might have invented them or used them symbolically to represent other concepts. The manuscript is divided into several distinct sections, each with its own unique themes and illustrations. For example, one section features an extensive array of botanical drawings, some accompanied by labels written in the same mysterious script. These illustrations are compelling not only for their beauty but also for the question they pose. Are these real plants, or were they imagined just for this manuscript? Another section portrays celestial and astrological diagrams. These curious drawings illustrate the positions of stars and the zodiac, suggesting that their creator might have held particular beliefs about the influence of celestial bodies on human affairs or health. The enigmatic nature of these illustrations continues to provoke speculation about the manuscript's purpose, whether it was a work of science, magic, or something entirely different. One of the most captivating elements of the Voynich manuscript is the unique writing system that appears throughout its pages. The script consists of characters that do not resemble any known language, which has led to countless attempts by experts and enthusiasts to decode its meaning. Various theories have been proposed, ranging from the manuscript being a hoax to it being an early form of a constructed language, such as a secret code or cipher. Throughout the years, some of the world's leading cryptographers have attempted to decipher the text, including those involved in code-breaking during World War II. Despite the expertise and advanced technology employed, the text remains undeciphered. There are hypotheses that the manuscript presents a systematic cipher, but no universally accepted solution has emerged. The appeal of the Voynich manuscript lies not only in its content, but also in the story behind it. Various owners and figures throughout history have come into contact with the manuscript, adding to its mystique. From its creation to its acquisition by Voynich, the history of this manuscript is as layered and complex as the illustrations within it. In addition to its historical context, the Voynich manuscript sparks the imagination with the possibility of lost knowledge. What information could it contain? What secrets were its creator hoping to preserve? Many speculate that this manuscript may hold solutions to ancient medical practices, herbal remedies, or philosophical systems lost over time. The manuscript's allure has not diminished over the decades. It has inspired numerous books, documentaries, and even fictional adaptations, merging fact and folklore. The Voynich manuscript continues to be a topic of discussion in popular culture, seen as a symbol of the puzzles that history offers. As researchers and hobbyists continue to study it, they do so with varying approaches. Some seek to unlock its mysteries through traditional cryptographic analysis, while others approach it from an artistic or literary viewpoint, hoping to uncover its significance as a piece of art rather than a strictly textual document. The manuscript has been digitized and made available online, allowing a global audience to view its pages and illustrations. This accessibility has sparked renewed interest and teamwork among amateur cryptographers worldwide. The collaborative efforts of enthusiasts on platforms like social media, have introduced a new generation to the curious enigma that is the Voynich manuscript. The manuscript also serves as a reminder of the limitations of language and knowledge. It challenges the notion of clarity and communication, and brings forth questions about what we might not yet understand. Could the images reflect ideas or cultures that have faded into obscurity? This notion inspires contemplation about the threads of human thought that are intricately woven into the tapestry of history. In examining the Voynich manuscript, we grapple with our fascination with the unknown. The interplay of art, science, and language in its pages invites contemplation about human creativity, ingenuity, and the pursuit of understanding. This manuscript persists as a testament to our innate curiosity, embodying the eternal quest to decode the world around us. In the landscape of historical texts, the Voynich manuscript stands apart. Unlike many ancient tomes that have been thoroughly explored or interpreted, it offers an enigma wrapped in ink, sketches, and the whispers of a time long past. Each examination reveals new layers, inviting questions rather than answering them. In a world increasingly defined by clarity and accessibility, the Voynich manuscript reminds us that some things remain tantalizingly out of grasp. Its allure persists, not only due to the unanswered questions that surround it, but also because it embodies the thrill of the chase, the quest for knowledge that pushes boundaries and expands horizons. Whether you are an avid scholar or a curious observer, the experience of delving into the mysteries of the Voynich manuscript promises to be as captivating as the manuscript itself. It invites us to embrace the unknown and appreciate the beauty of a question left unanswered, the unfolding stories that exist within the myriad of illustrations, and the endless possibilities they present. The Zodiac Killer is one of the most notorious unidentified serial killers in American history. He is known for his chilling crimes that took place in Northern California during the late 1960s. This killer achieved infamy not only for the brutal nature of his crimes, but also for the enigmatic letters he sent to local newspapers and police, which included cryptic ciphers that have baffled amateur and professional codebreakers alike. The Zodiac spree began on December 20, 1968, when he fatally shot high school students Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday near Vallejo, California. This initial act of violence was only the beginning, as the killer went on to claim more victims in subsequent months and years. A second major incident occurred on July 4, 1969, when he attacked Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau in a remote area. Although Mageau survived to provide a description of the assailant, the crime remained unsolved. What sets the Zodiac Killer apart from others is not just the brutality of his crimes, but also his eerie desire for attention. Following the murders, he sent letters to the San Francisco Chronicle. In these letters, he often bragged about his deeds and included cryptograms, challenging readers to decode his messages. These letters contributed significantly to the media frenzy surrounding the case, turning the Zodiac into a symbol of fear and obsession for the public. One of the most famous of these ciphers was sent in the form of a 3-part cryptogram on July 31, 1969. The Zodiac demanded that the message be published in the Chronicle. While the first 2 parts of the cipher were solved, containing chilling taunts and ominous messages, the third part proved much more difficult and remains unsolved to this day. This theatrical game between a killer and the public added a layer of intrigue to the case and fueled interest in deciphering his motives. In addition to the killer's cryptic communications, the Zodiac's method of operation has puzzled investigators for decades. He was known to use a variety of weapons, including guns and knives, and his victims varied in age and background. Some were couples parked in isolated areas, while others were lone individuals. This unpredictability made him even more frightening to the community, as anyone could potentially be a target. Over the years, numerous theories have emerged regarding the Zodiac Killer's identity. Police have pursued various suspects, but none have been definitively proven to be the killer. Among the more discussed suspects is Arthur Lee Allen, a convicted child molester who died in 1992. Despite various circumstantial evidence suggesting he could be the Zodiac, significant proof has yet to surface, leaving many to question whether he truly was the killer. Another aspect of the Zodiac Killer's intrigue is the geography of his crimes. The areas where he operated, including San Francisco, Vallejo, and Napa, have become the focus of many documentaries and books. These locations are often revisited by true crime enthusiasts and tourists eager to understand the broader narrative surrounding the killer's activity. As years went by, the case became a chilling chapter in America's crime history. The Zodiac Killer is often compared to other infamous killers due to the psychological interplay of fear and attention. His ability to elude capture, despite multiple police investigations, showcases a level of cunning that continues to fascinate those interested in criminal psychology and law enforcement techniques. In recent years, advancements in technology and forensic science have rekindled interest in the Zodiac case. Investigators have employed DNA analysis to compare evidence collected at crime scenes with genetic databases. These modern tools have led to renewed hope that the identity of the Zodiac Killer might finally be uncovered. The Zodiac Killer has inspired a plethora of media portrayals, including films, documentaries, and books. These works not only explore the details of the crimes, but also delve into the societal impact of the murders. People living in and around the San Francisco area were gripped by fear during the Zodiac's active years, causing a considerable lifestyle change among the residents. The fascination with the Zodiac Killer transcends not just the murders but also the cultural impact he left behind. The mix of horror, mystery, and psychological intrigue continues to invite discussion among crime buffs and historians. It raises questions about the nature of evil and society's response to unsolved crimes. In conclusion, the Zodiac Killer remains a mystery shrouded in the shadows of the past. His ruthless acts and taunting correspondence have left an indelible mark on crime history. The blend of horror and intrigue not only serves as a cautionary tale, but also a reminder of the darkness that can lurk in society. As the search for answers continues, the legacy of the Zodiac will likely endure, fueling curiosity and debate for generations to come. Perhaps someday, someone will connect the dots that the Zodiac Killer has left behind, uncovering the truth that has eluded so many for so long. The story continues to unfold, intriguing minds and captivating those drawn to the macabre and mysterious. The Bermuda Triangle, a region in the North Atlantic Ocean, has captivated the imagination of countless individuals over many decades. Stretching roughly between Miami, Bermuda, and San Juan in Puerto Rico, this area is often referred to as the Devil's Triangle due to the number of ships and airplanes that have disappeared within its boundaries, often under mysterious circumstances. The legends surrounding the Bermuda Triangle have created an aura of mystery that invites questions and speculation. Since the mid-20th century, reports of missing vessels and aircraft have fueled theories ranging from the plausible to the fantastical. Many people are intrigued by this enigmatic region, leading to extensive research and debate. One of the earliest recorded incidents involved the USS Cyclops, a Navy cargo ship that vanished in 1918 while en route from Barbados to Baltimore. The Cyclops was carrying over 300 men and tons of cargo, yet no trace of the ship or its crew was ever found. This disappearance set a precedent that would haunt the Bermuda Triangle for years to come. Another infamous case occurred in 1945 when Flight 19, a squadron of 5 TBM Avenger torpedo bombers, disappeared during a training flight. The mission was deemed routine, yet the planes lost radio contact and seemingly vanished. A rescue plane, sent to locate them, also disappeared without a trace. The mystery surrounding Flight 19 led to speculation about navigational errors, stormy weather, and even more bizarre explanations. Many theories have been proposed to explain the intriguing phenomena associated with the Bermuda Triangle. One scientific explanation centers around the unique geography of the area. The Bermuda Triangle contains numerous underwater features, including deep-sea trenches and underwater volcanoes. Researchers suggest that these geological formations could contribute to sudden and powerful sea conditions that catch ships off guard, potentially leading to disasters. Some scientists propose that methane hydrate eruptions could be responsible for the disappearances. Methane is a greenhouse gas that can accumulate on the ocean floor in stable deposits. If released suddenly, these gas eruptions could create large bubbles that disturb the water's surface and lead to the sinking of ships. This idea presents a fascinating scientific perspective that challenges the more mystical theories often associated with the region. In addition to the scientific explanations, the Bermuda Triangle has become a canvas for a wide range of conspiracy theories. Some individuals believe that extraterrestrial forces are at play, suggesting that UFOs are responsible for the vanishing craft. These theories enjoy a level of popularity due to their sensational nature, and they feed into a long-standing fascination with the unknown. The story of the Bermuda Triangle is intertwined with the American zeitgeist, marking it as a mysterious area that continues to inspire imagination and intrigue. While many ships and planes have indeed gone missing in the Bermuda Triangle, thorough investigations reveal that many of these incidents may not be as inexplicable as they seem. Human error, navigational challenges, and harsh weather conditions often play significant roles. Statistical data demonstrate that the rate of incidents in the Bermuda Triangle is not significantly higher than in other heavily traveled regions of the world. Thus, the notion of the Bermuda Triangle as an extraordinary phenomenon may be influenced more by media sensationalism and folklore than by actual dangers. As interest in the Bermuda Triangle persists, numerous documentaries, articles, and books explore its enigmas. Enthusiasts enjoy tracing the lore through various narratives, while skeptics analyze the facts and figures. This divergence underscores the complexity of human storytelling and our desire to make sense of the world's mysteries. The Bermuda Triangle themes encompass countless missing person stories and nationalistic narratives. From naval battles in World War II to commercial air traffic, the region's history unveils both stories of loss and survival. Sailors and aviators recount harrowing adventures, often exhibiting a blend of fear and fascination that defines their experiences. Some have survived to share their tales, recounting strange occurrences that come under scrutiny but also fuel the legends. Explore how the rich ecosystem of the Bermuda Triangle affects its maritime history. The region is home to colorful coral reefs and diverse marine life, making it a popular destination for divers and tourists. This vibrant underwater world contrasts sharply with the tales of disaster, presenting a duality that captures the imagination. The Bermuda Triangle serves as a reminder of humanity's quest for understanding. The merge of fact and fiction, curiosity and caution, creates an engaging narrative that continues to evolve. Our exploration into the unknown pushes us to seek answers, while the stories we share inspire future generations to wonder and question. In summary, the Bermuda Triangle invites a complex exploration of disappearing vessels, intriguing phenomena, and rich folklore. While mysteries linger, an analytical approach can bridge the gap between historical accounts and scientific theories. Ultimately, the Bermuda Triangle stands as a testament to the mysteries of the sea and our enduring desire to uncover the truth behind the enigmatic. The stories and legends may continue to evolve, but the allure of this uncharted territory remains ever compelling. What lurks beneath its surface and in the depths of its history adds to the growing tapestry of tales that will captivate countless dreamers and explorers for years to come. The Loch Ness Monster is one of the most famous cryptids in the world, often regarded as a symbol of mystery and intrigue. This legendary creature is said to reside in Loch Ness, a large freshwater lake in the Scottish Highlands, and has intrigued people for decades. The folklore surrounding Nessie, as the creature is affectionately known, dates back hundreds of years, captivating the imagination of locals and visitors alike. Loch Ness stretches approximately 23 miles in length and is known for its deep, dark waters. Its depth, with some areas plunging over 800 feet, adds to the enigma. The sheer size and vastness of the loch make it easy to understand why a creature could potentially remain hidden. The first recorded sighting of the Loch Ness Monster is often traced back to ancient times, with mentions in local legends suggesting the existence of a creature living in the waters, lurking in the depths. One of the most notable modern sightings occurred in 1934 when a photograph taken by a surgeon named Robert Kenneth Wilson captured the imagination of the world. This image, known as the surgeon's photo, appeared to show a large creature with a long neck emerging from the water. For years, this photograph was considered the definitive proof of Nessie's existence, though it was later revealed to be a hoax. Nevertheless, the photo ignited a frenzy of interest and numerous additional sightings. Throughout the years, countless individuals have claimed to have seen the creature. Reports have varied wildly, with descriptions ranging from a long neck and humps breaking the surface to a large serpentine body. Local businesses have certainly capitalized on the legend, with many offering boat tours of Loch Ness. Tourists often flock to the area, hoping to catch a glimpse of the elusive creature. In many ways, the presence of Nessie has become a significant part of Scottish culture. The Loch Ness Monster also features prominently in literature and film, reinforcing its status as a modern myth. Numerous documentaries, books, and articles explore the possibility of the creature's existence, examining various theories, ranging from the idea of a large prehistoric dinosaur, such as a plesiosaur, to the more whimsical suggestion that it could be an exaggerated account of local wildlife. Scientists have conducted numerous investigations using advanced technology, including sonar mapping and underwater photography, to explore Loch Ness and uncover the truth about the monster. Many experts dismiss sightings as misidentifications of common animals, logs, or the natural ripples of the lake. However, others argue that the murky waters and complex underwater terrain could conceal something beyond our current understanding. The legend of the Loch Ness Monster continues to thrive, and each year new reports surface, fueling the ongoing mystery. Social media has contributed to the resurgence of interest, with many sharing their own experiences or theories online. This combination of historical lore, personal anecdote, and modern documentation keeps the conversation alive and the allure of Loch Ness vibrant. People have woven their personal stories into the fabric of a Nessie mystery, adding layers of personal connection and a community united by wonder. Children and adults alike are drawn to the tales of the lake, often sharing stories passed down through generations. Those who have grown up in the area often recount family experiences with friends of friends who swear they saw something unusual in the water. Such stories foster a sense of disbelief and excitement that only adds to the legend's fascination. Many people visit the Loch Ness area each year with an air of anticipation, clutching cameras, binoculars, and hopeful hearts as they take in the breathtaking scenery of the Scottish Highlands. The region boasts lush landscapes, charming villages, and rich history. This captivating backdrop complements the allure of the Loch Ness Monster, transforming the search for the creature into an adventure filled with exploration and discovery. The surrounding community has embraced the legend, turning it into a vital aspect of local tourism. Beyond boat tours, numerous tourist attractions and exhibitions focus on the Loch Ness Monster mythos. Visitors can explore interactive displays, engage with further stories, and purchase souvenirs that celebrate the mysteries of Loch Ness. From such ventures, many locals have found ways to create livelihoods tied to the legend, demonstrating how legends can breathe life into local economies. Beyond the excitement of the hunt or the adventures in the locale, the Loch Ness Monster serves as a fascinating example of how myths can emerge from our natural world. The creature lives at the intersection of imagination and reality, one foot in the realm of fantasy, while the other remains deeply rooted in nature. This duality captivates the minds of those who share stories, fueling discussions about what could exist just beyond our perception. The loch itself holds countless secrets, a metaphorical statement for the hidden depths within us all. Happiness, sadness, dreams, fears. Often we gather them in our own personal Loch Ness. Like the monster, these feelings might remain submerged, never fully visible to others, yet forming a part of our identity. In this way, the hunt for Nessie mirrors the quest for understanding ourselves. Discussions around the Loch Ness Monster also provoke reflection on a broader cultural interest in cryptozoology, the study of and search for animals whose existence is not substantiated by mainstream science. Cryptids exist in various cultures around the world: Bigfoot in North America, the chupacabra in Latin America, and the Yeti in the Himalayas, to name a few. Each creature adds its own layer of intrigue and conversation about what lies beyond the known. In recent years, advances in technology and methodology provide exciting avenues for exploration. From DNA analyses to underwater exploration vehicles outfitted with cameras, our understanding of Loch Ness expands as we push the boundaries of research. Each project deepens our knowledge of the lake while simultaneously reigniting timeless curiosity. What mysteries remain, waiting for someone to stumble upon them? Whether one believes in the Loch Ness Monster or not, its story enhances the beauty and intrigue of the Scottish Highlands. The legendary creature inspires wonder and creativity, encouraging people to ponder the unknown. Communities and cultures thrive on such legends, blending history, science, and mythology into a rich tapestry that connects us as human beings. As we embrace the possibility of the bizarre coexisting with the everyday, the legend of the Loch Ness Monster encourages us to dream, explore, and imagine what might lie just beneath the surface. Who knows what other wonders are waiting to be discovered, hidden away in the depths of history, nature, and our own consciousness. In the enchanting waters of Loch Ness, a world of possibilities beckons. The story of the Roanoke Colony, often referred to as the Lost Colony, takes us back to the late 16th century and is shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Roanoke Island, located off the coast of what is now North Carolina, became a focal point of one of America's most enduring unsolved histories. In 1584, Sir Walter Raleigh, an English explorer, was granted a charter by Queen Elizabeth I to establish a colony in the New World. This was a time of great excitement and ambition in England, as the country sought to expand its influence and find new resources. Raleigh's adventurous vision led to the first attempt to settle in the Americas, focusing on Roanoke Island, which was chosen for its strategic location and fertile land. The first expedition set sail in April of 1584, and upon arrival, the explorers encountered the local Native American tribes, including the Croatan. They formed a relationship that was initially friendly, trading goods and learning about the land. Upon their return to England, the explorers brought promising news about the region, which spurred the decision to send a larger group to establish a more permanent settlement. In 1585, a group of about 108 colonists, led by Ralph Lane, arrived on Roanoke Island. However, their time on the island was fraught with difficulties. They faced food shortages and hostile encounters with some indigenous tribes. Sick and disheartened, Lane's group abandoned the colony in 1586 and returned to England. Yet the ambition did not end there. In 1587, a new group of about 117 men, women, and children was sent to Roanoke Island, this time led by John White. White was an artist and mapmaker, and he hoped to establish a thriving settlement, encouraged by the earlier explorers' reports. When the settlers arrived, they found remnants of the previous colony and set about creating a new home. White soon faced another challenge. He had to return to England for supplies. His departure, however, was marked by an unexpected delay. The Anglo-Spanish War had escalated, complicating travel. White was unable to return to Roanoke for 3 long years. When he finally made the journey back in 1590, he was met with an unsettling sight. The settlement was completely deserted, with no sign of struggle or relocation. What had happened to the colonists? It was a perplexing mystery. The only clue left behind was the word Croatoan carved into a post, suggesting that some of the settlers might have moved to Croatoan Island, where friendly relations had been established with the local Native American tribes. However, inclement weather and a lack of resources prevented White from launching an immediate search for the colonists, and he returned to England with no clear answers. Over the years, various theories have emerged regarding the fate of the Roanoke settlers. Some historians speculate that they may have fallen victim to disease or starvation, while others suggest they could have been attacked by hostile tribes. The carving of Croatoan hints at the possibility of integration with local tribes. Indeed, accounts from later expeditions noted sightings of people who may have been descendants of the Roanoke settlers, possessing both European features and cultural practices. In the centuries that followed, the Roanoke colony became a symbol of mystery and the unknown challenges faced by early settlers. The disappearance of the Roanoke colony captured the imagination of writers, filmmakers, and historians alike, leading some to depict the story as one of tragedy and the perils of exploration. It inspired countless theories and stories about what might have happened to those early pioneers. The story of the Roanoke colony is more than a tale of disappearance. It represents the complex relationships between early European settlers and indigenous peoples, the challenges of migration, and the unpredictable nature of survival in a new world. The legacy of Roanoke continues to intrigue and haunt historians. Today, the site of the Roanoke colony is preserved as part of the Fort Raleigh National Historic Site, where visitors can explore the rich history of the area and ponder the fate of the lost colonists. The fascination with the lost colony remains strong, a testament to humanity's quest to understand our past and the untold stories hidden within it. As researchers continue to unearth artifacts and records from the time, perhaps new insights will emerge, shining light on the enigmatic chapter of early American history. Despite the lack of definitive answers about the fate of the Roanoke settlers, their story serves as a reminder of the hopes and hardships faced by those who sought new beginnings. The story of the Roanoke colony remains a powerful narrative of courage, loss, and the everlasting mystery of what lies in the shadows of history. As we reflect on this tale of adventure and uncertainty, we are reminded of the enduring spirit of exploration that defined an era, leaving behind questions that echo through the corridors of time. Roanoke may be lost, but its story continues to resonate, urging us to seek understanding in the unknown. Stonehenge, located on the Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire, England, is one of the most iconic and mysterious prehistoric monuments in the world. This ancient structure has fascinated historians, archaeologists, and visitors alike for centuries, drawing attention not only for its impressive arrangement of massive stones, but also for the secrets that remain about its purpose and construction. Dating back to around 3000 BC, Stonehenge was built in several stages, with the most recognizable stone circle being constructed around 2500 BC. This timeline places Stonehenge within the Neolithic period, a time known for significant advancements in human society, including the transition from nomadic lifestyles to settled agricultural communities. The evolution of Stonehenge coincided with significant changes in the way people lived, worked, and interacted with the world around them. The structure itself consists of a circular bank and ditch surrounding a ring of standing stones known as sarsens and smaller bluestones, each weighing several tons. The sarsens are made from a type of sandstone found in the nearby Marlborough Downs, while the bluestones are believed to have originated from the Preseli Hills in Wales, located about 200 miles away. The choice of materials, particularly the bluestones, raises intriguing questions about how they were transported across such great distances using the technology available during that time. As for the arrangement of the stones, the precise layout of Stonehenge is aligned with the movements of the sun. During the summer solstice, the sun rises directly over the heel stone, a large stone located outside the main circle, while during the winter solstice it sets in line with the stones of the monument. This solar alignment suggests that the structure may have had significant astronomical importance, possibly serving as a calendar or a religious site dedicated to sun worship. Throughout history, numerous theories have emerged regarding the purpose of Stonehenge. Some researchers suggest it was a ceremonial site for rituals, while others propose it served as a burial ground. Excavations have uncovered human remains, indicating that the area was indeed used for burials during the Neolithic period. This evidence points to the possibility that Stonehenge played a vital role in ancient rites of passage or memorialization of the dead. In addition to its potential roles as a ceremonial site and a burial ground, some theories propose that Stonehenge may have functioned as a healing center. The bluestones, in particular, are thought to possess specific healing properties that were recognized by Neolithic peoples. The idea that ancient individuals traveled to Stonehenge for healing practices further deepens the mystery surrounding the monument's purpose. Construction methods of Stonehenge remain a topic of intense debate among scholars. Various hypotheses have been proposed, ranging from the use of sledges to transport stones across the terrain to the innovative application of levers to raise and position the massive structures. Recently, experimental archaeology projects have sought to replicate these ancient construction techniques to better understand how such an enormous feat could have been accomplished. Moreover, the cultural and social contexts of the people who built Stonehenge cannot be overlooked. The construction of such a monumental structure would have required extensive collaboration and labor, suggesting a well-organized community. This aspect raises intriguing questions about the social hierarchies of Neolithic Britain and how they may have influenced the creation of such impressive architectural achievements. As time has passed, Stonehenge has evolved from a local landmark to a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracting millions of visitors each year. The surrounding landscape and other archaeological sites in the vicinity, including Avebury and Silbury Hill, reinforce the idea that this area was once a significant cultural hub for prehistoric peoples. Despite extensive research and numerous discoveries, many questions about Stonehenge remain unanswered. The ongoing intrigue continues to stimulate academic inquiry and the interest of the general public. Each year, new investigations and advancements in technology allow researchers to delve deeper into the past, offering fresh insights into this timeless monument. In popular culture, Stonehenge has inspired countless myths, legends, and artistic endeavors. From music to literature, its image transcends time, serving as a powerful symbol of mystery that resonates with people across the globe. The mystery of Stonehenge embodies the essence of human curiosity, a testament to our desire to understand our history, our place in the world, and the mysteries that lie within it. The more we uncover, the more we realize how much remains hidden, inviting both skeptics and believers to engage in the search for answers. As we explore Stonehenge, we tread a path reminiscent of our ancestors, who stood in awe of these massive stones. The monument serves as a bridge, connecting the past with the present, inviting us to ponder what we may never fully understand. Stonehenge, with its grandeur and enigma, continues to captivate the imagination, reminding us that while we may uncover some of its secrets, others will forever remain shrouded in mystery. The Phaistos disc is one of the most intriguing artifacts from the ancient Minoan civilization, discovered in 1908 at the archaeological site of Phaistos on the island of Crete. This disc, made of fired clay, has captivated historians, linguists, and archaeologists alike due to its mysterious symbols, making it one of the most discussed objects of the Aegean Bronze Age. Measuring about 15 centimeters in diameter, the disc features a series of symbols stamped onto its surface. These symbols, nearly 241 in total, represent different images and signs, each meticulously arranged into a spiral format. The Phaistos disc stands out not only because of its form, but also its content, as no other similar object has been found from this era with such a unique inscribed script. The discovery of the disc was accidental, uncovered by the Italian archaeologist Luigi Pernier. As he conducted excavation work in a large storeroom, a particular area yielded several clay objects, including the now famous disc. Its beauty and complexity quickly drew attention, leading to numerous studies and debates about its meaning and purpose. Researchers have proposed various hypotheses regarding the symbols on the disc. Some view them as a form of writing, potentially representing a lost language of the Minoan civilization. Others suggest that the symbols may have served a more practical function, possibly related to religious or ceremonial activities. The recurring symbols may signify different concepts, events, or narratives, but without a Rosetta Stone-like artifact to aid decipherment, the true nature of the disc remains elusive. One area of intrigue is the material composition of the Phaistos disc. It is made from local clay, which adds to its authenticity and connection to the geographical region. The process of making the disc likely indicates advanced knowledge of ceramics. The intricate stamps used to create these symbols suggest a sophisticated understanding of design and technology for that time. The symbols themselves are highly stylized, with some resembling animals, human figures, tools, and plants. This provides a glimpse into the Minoan world and its possible beliefs, customs, and daily activities. For instance, a depiction of a bull might indicate a connection to agricultural practices, while other symbols could reflect spiritual significance. Scholars have made attempts to categorize the symbols into groups, with similarities found among certain characters. Despite these efforts, no consensus has been reached, leading to divergent theories. Some linguists argued that the disc could represent an early form of linear script, potentially a precursor to later writing systems used in the Aegean. Others take a more artistic approach, suggesting it could represent a ritualistic object rather than a form of written language. The Phaistos disc's undeciphered state gives it a certain mystique, inviting curiosity and speculation. Many have compared it to other ancient scripts, including Egyptian hieroglyphs or the Indus Valley script, indicating the universal human desire for communication. The fascination with the disc encompasses both academic endeavors and creative interpretations, with fictional accounts weaving tales about its origins and meanings. In popular culture, the Phaistos disc appears as a symbol of the quest for knowledge and understanding. It inspires modern artists, writers, and filmmakers, who often draw on its enigmatic nature to explore themes of mystery and the unknown. Its design and beauty continue to resonate across generations, prompting people to ponder what secrets it might hold. While our understanding of the Phaistos disc remains limited, its influence on the study of ancient civilizations is undeniable. It serves as a reminder of the complexity of human communication and the intricate web of history that connects us. As researchers continue to explore this captivating artifact, they also delve into the broader context of Minoan society, trade networks, and cultural exchanges that flourished in the Mediterranean. The enduring allure of the Phaistos disc lies not just in its physical presence, but in the stories it evokes. It symbolizes humanity's quest for connection through symbols, leading to a greater appreciation of our shared history. Each effort to decode its meaning enhances our understanding of the past, showcasing the remarkable achievements of those who came before us. This clay disc, with its age-old secrets and timeless beauty, invites us to reflect on the nature of communication itself. It connects us across centuries, reminding us that symbols speak volumes, whether they are understood or shrouded in mystery. The Phaistos disc stands as a testament not only to the ingenuity of the Minoans, but to the enduring human spirit and the desire to convey meaning, even when the language remains lost to time. As we contemplate the disc, consider the ways in which we communicate today. Just as the Minoans used symbols to express their culture, we too create symbols in the form of written language, art, and digital media. The need to convey thoughts, emotions, and stories transcends time, linking us to those ancient civilizations through shared experiences. The importance of the Phaistos disc can also be viewed through its impact on archaeological study. It exemplifies the complexity of historical research, demonstrating how artifacts can lead to more questions than answers. Each discovery adds layers to our understanding of ancient societies, highlighting the intricate tapestry of human history. For those intrigued by unraveling mysteries, the Phaistos disc captivates the imagination and encourages inquiry. It serves as a springboard for discussions not only about Minoan culture, but also about the evolution of languages and writing systems across the globe. The quest for decipherment continues to inspire generations of researchers and enthusiasts alike. Through DNA to the oral traditions of storytelling, the quest for knowledge is threaded throughout our lives. The Phaistos disc embodies this pursuit, serving as a bridge between the present and the past, demonstrating that no matter how far we progress, the essence of communication remains vital. As we reflect on the symbols and meanings conveyed by this ancient artifact, we are reminded of the connections that bind humanity together. Every symbol offers a glimpse into the thoughts, beliefs, and values of a civilization long past, enriching our understanding of the human experience. The Phaistos disc triggers a sense of wonder and curiosity, inviting us to explore the unknown. This aspect of discovery is fundamental to our existence as humans. Each question we ask, each symbol we decipher, allows us to delve deeper into the motivations, aspirations, and dilemmas faced by those who lived thousands of years ago. In this age of rapid communication and digital exchanges, the Phaistos disc reminds us of the importance of preserving history and culture. The symbols of the past hold lessons for the future, ensuring that the stories of ancient peoples are not forgotten. Our understanding of history shapes our worldview, helping us navigate the complexities of contemporary life. Despite the challenges of deciphering the Phaistos disc, one thing is clear. Its discovery was not merely about finding an object. It was about uncovering a fragment of the shared human story that links us all. The enduring mystery continues to fuel curiosity and wonder as we seek to engage with the past while enriching our present and future. Ultimately, the fascination with the Phaistos disc lies in its ability to provoke thought and inspire reflection. As we explore its surface, we embark on a journey of discovery that transcends time and space, allowing us to engage with the rich tapestry of human history and the endless quest for connection and understanding. In the heart of Paris, during the 19th century, an enigmatic figure emerged from the depths of the Seine River, capturing the imagination of artists, writers, and historians alike. This figure was not a celebrated actress or a famous poet, but rather an unidentified young woman, whose hauntingly beautiful death mask became one of the most iconic symbols of mystery and melancholy in art and literature. The story begins in the 1880s when the body of a young woman was discovered in the Seine. She was thought to be around 16 to 25 years old, with a delicate face that exuded an eerie calmness. Local authorities were unable to identify her, prompting speculation about her life and death. Some believed she had been a victim of circumstance, perhaps a tragic love story gone wrong, while others whispered of darker tales woven into the fabric of the city. In the aftermath of her discovery, an artist named Alexandre Cassan became fascinated with the girl's story. Taking a cast of her face, he crafted a death mask that perfectly captured her serene expression. This death mask, rendered in fine plaster, became known as L'Inconnue de la Seine, or the Unknown Woman of the Seine. It quickly gained notoriety throughout Paris, drawing the attention of curious onlookers and inspiring a sense of tragic beauty. The eerie charm of her death mask did not merely rest in its craftsmanship. It represented something deeper. The mask became a canvas for the imaginations of many, portraying themes of beauty, mortality, and the unknown. Artists were drawn to the mask, creating paintings that featured it, while writers penned poems and stories that centered on the mysterious life of the woman. Many artists of the time, including the renowned poet Paul Valéry and painter Gustave Courbet, were captivated by L'Inconnue. Her face was seen as a muse, embodying an innocent yet haunting presence that resonated within the tumultuous backdrop of 19th century Paris. The city itself was undergoing a transformation, filled with both breathtaking beauty and the harsh realities of life. Her likeness became a symbol of the contrast between vibrancy and despair, a poignant reminder of the ephemeral nature of existence. The mystery surrounding her identity continued to brew, and theories about who she was flourished. Was she a gifted artist, desperate for recognition? A lost soul seeking love in the vastness of the city? Each theory added to her mystique, allowing people to project their own emotions onto her. Many began to regard her not as a forgotten tragedy, but as a relatable figure, a young woman who mirrored their own struggles and dreams. Lankanu became more than just a mask. She became an archetype of beauty and sadness. As decades passed, her image infiltrated popular culture. In the late 20th century, her death mask found its way into fashion and design, symbolizing a cool, haunting elegance that resonated in a world continually searching for meaning. The mask's influence was also felt in the realm of literature. Writers began to associate Linkanyu with themes of existentialism, exploring the questions surrounding identity, death, and the essence of humanity. Many poems and stories crafted around her inspire readers to reflect on their own lives and the mysteries they hold. Her face served as a mirror, inviting individuals to confront their own vulnerabilities and fears. As the years wore on, the story of Linkanyu de la Seine became woven into the fabric of artistic dialogue, fostering discussions about art, mortality, and the human experience. Exhibitions began to showcase her mask alongside works by renowned artists, creating a poignant contrast between creation and destruction. Museums honored her legacy, solidifying her place in the artistic canon as a muse for generations to come. Even in modern times, Lankana continues to inspire artists of various mediums, from visual art to literature and music. Young creators are drawn to her story, captivated by the timeless questions it raises about identity and the transient nature of beauty. Every new interpretation breathes fresh life into her narrative, keeping the spirit of the unknown alive. Lankanu de la Seine is more than a mysterious woman who met an untimely end. She is a figure representing the shared human experience that transcends time and space. Her legacy reminds us that every face has a story, even if that story remains untold. The beauty of Lankanu lies not only in her haunting appearance, but in her ability to evoke our imagination, our empathy, and our yearning for connection. So as we reflect on Lankanu de la Seine, let us remember the timeless elegance that she embodies. The mystery surrounding her life may never be solved, yet her enduring legacy continues to inspire exploration into the depths of our own existence. In each art piece, each poem, and each whispered tale, Lankanu invites us to consider our own stories, the fragility of life, and the beauty that can be found even in the unknown. In the quiet town of Taos, New Mexico, a curious phenomenon has been the subject of intrigue and speculation for several decades. This is known as the Taos hum, a low-frequency humming noise that some residents report hearing, while many others, including visitors, remain blissfully unaware of its existence. The hum itself is a gentle, persistent sound that has been described in various ways, often likened to the noise produced by an idling diesel engine or the distant rumble of a refrigerator. For those who perceive it, the Taos hum can be an unsettling background presence that influences their daily lives. The history of this auditory mystery dates back to the early 1990s, when community members first began to report experiencing this strange noise. Over the years, numerous investigations have been conducted to identify the source of the hum, but no conclusive explanation has been found, leading to a plethora of theories about its origin. Some people suggest that the sound might be related to nearby industrial activities, while others attribute it to natural phenomena, such as tectonic activity or the movement of underground water. Scientists have approached the Taos hum with various methods. Acoustic researchers have utilized sensitive microphones and sound equipment to capture the frequency of the noise. Interestingly, many of these studies revealed that the hum is often more pronounced in specific locations. Some residents who may live in isolated areas report hearing the hum louder than those who are closer to the center of town. This has prompted a behavior among some locals trying to navigate where the sound is minimal, hoping to find peace from the persistent noise. Personal experiences reveal a spectrum of reactions. For some, the hum is a mild annoyance that they have learned to coexist with, much like living near a busy road. Others describe feeling a mix of curiosity and frustration, often wondering about the origins of the sound that seems to lack a tangible source. An anecdote from one resident shared that they tried to locate the origin of the hum by following its direction, only to find out that it seemed to move or shift in intensity based on the time of day or their specific location, giving their quest a perplexing quality. Community discussions often dive into the cultural aspects surrounding the hum. It is taken on a sort of folklore status, with residents sharing their experiences and theories in casual conversations and online forums. Mentioning the Taos hum might lead to stories of sleepless nights or personal quests for quiet. Town gatherings sometimes revolve around brainstorming what the hum could be, drawing in amateur investigators and enthusiasts eager to uncover the truth. In attempts to solve the mystery, people have considered technological influences, such as radio waves or electromagnetic fields. Some locals have speculated that the hum could be a consequence of military operations from nearby bases. Yet, all possibilities seem to rest in ambiguity, as no singular source has been definitively pinpointed. This uncertainty has led to a broader exploration of how certain auditory perceptions can vary between individuals, raising questions about human sensitivity to sound frequencies and environmental factors. Interestingly, the phenomenon is not unique to Taos. Reports of similar low-frequency hums have emerged from other parts of the world, including places like Bristol in the UK and Windsor in Canada. Each location presents its variations and theories, but what is universal is the shared experience of perplexity that accompanies such inexplicable sounds. While these global instances highlight a fascinating auditory experience, they also show our human tendency to look for explanations in the unknown. Environmentalists have taken an interest in the possible interactions between natural ecosystems and sound. They examine how urban development and changes in the environment could either exacerbate or mitigate such hums. Many have suggested that natural sounds, like those from the wind or flowing water, can blend with lower frequencies, creating a complex soundscape that can amplify or diminish human perception of the hum. Art and literature have also been influenced by the Taos hum, with local artists drawing inspiration from the sound and the mystery surrounding it. Painters and musicians often weave the nuances of auditory experience into their works, turning a simple phenomenon into something creatively rich. This collective engagement with the hum has nurtured a sense of community identity, contributing to Taos's charm as a hub for creativity and exploration. The inquiry into the Taos hum continues, becoming a unique aspect of the town's identity. While it may be frustrating for residents seeking answers, the mystery itself offers a narrative of curiosity and wonder about our sensory interactions with the world around us. The hum challenges our understanding of sound and its impact on our lives, inviting everyone, whether they hear it or not, to engage in this modern enigma. Conversations continue about the nature of perception, prompting deeper questions about what exists beyond our immediate understanding and the frequencies we perceive through our sensory experiences. Each hum introduces a new layer to Taos, a delicate reminder that not everything can be explained, and that sometimes a little mystery adds vibrancy to our lives. The Taos hum serves not only as a background sound, but as a catalyst for dialogue, exploration, and a sense of community. It brings together residents and visitors alike as they share experiences and theories, blending the mundane elements of daily life with a sprinkle of intrigue. It's a hum that resonates on different levels, echoing through the minds and conversations of those who encounter it, challenging them to ponder its origins and the very nature of sound itself. As research unfolds and stories are shared, the Taos hum will likely continue to be a source of fascination, a reminder of the many mysteries that exist in our world, urging us to listen closely to the sounds around us. Whether one hears the hum or not, Taos remains a place where curiosity prevails and the unknown beckons, encouraging exploration of all the auditory wonders that life has to offer. In the vastness of our universe, filled with untold mysteries and wonders, one of the most intriguing phenomena still piques the curiosity of scientists and enthusiasts alike: the wow signal. Detected in 1977, this remarkable burst of radio waves continues to inspire speculation and investigation regarding the existence of extraterrestrial life. To understand the significance of the wow signal, let's first explore its origins. It was August 15, 1977, when astronomers working on the SETI project, which stands for Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, were monitoring the skies with a radio telescope at Ohio State University. The telescope was focused on a patch of the sky in the constellation Sagittarius, a region brimming with stars and potential worlds. During a routine observation, a strong signal was detected, a signal so strikingly unusual that it stood out from the background noise of the universe. The signal was an astonishing 72 seconds long and appeared to come from a region of space known as the SGRA area, which is home to the well-known star cluster. It was a narrowband radio signal, a form of transmission that is often associated with deliberate messaging, thereby intensifying the excitement of the researchers. The intensity and timing of the signal were unlike any natural cosmic occurrences known at the time. When astronomer Jerry R. Eman first encountered the data from the radio telescope, he was so taken aback by the signal that he scribbled the word "wow" on the computer printout. This exclamation birthed the name that we now know so well. It has since become a symbol of intrigue and potential discovery in the quest for life beyond our planet. The WOW signal was detected at a frequency of 1,420 MHz, an essential frequency in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. This frequency is significant because it coincides with the natural radiation emitted by hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe and one of the fundamental building blocks of life as we know it. The idea is that if any civilization were to attempt to communicate, they might choose this frequency, making the signal an exciting possibility in the search for intelligent life. Despite the excitement surrounding the signal, no one has since been able to identify its source. Scientists have analyzed the data, explored various cosmic phenomena, and even ruled out some terrestrial sources. Many have speculated about what it could have been. Some theorists suggest it could be a message from an advanced civilization. Others argue it might stem from a natural cosmic phenomenon that we do not yet understand. In the years following its detection, numerous attempts have been made to locate another signal similar to the WOW signal, but none have been conclusively identified. This lack of repetition has added to the mystery of the signal. Some argue the ephemeral nature of the event could signify an advanced form of technology, while others caution against jumping to conclusions without irrefutable evidence. The WOW signal has contributed significantly to public interest in space exploration and the possibility of life beyond Earth. It serves as a reminder of the vastness of the universe and the potential wonders that lie beyond our current understanding. Many documentaries, books, and even movies have referenced the WOW signal, illustrating its impact not only within the scientific community, but also in popular culture. As we advance in our technological capabilities, our methods of searching for extraterrestrial signals have become increasingly sophisticated. New telescopes and satellites are being developed with the singular purpose of scanning the cosmos for signals like the WOW signal. The use of artificial intelligence helps sift through vast amounts of data in hopes of discovering similar signals that could offer clues about life beyond our planet. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence continues to evolve, with research institutions, universities, and passionate amateur astronomers contributing to the quest. Organizations such as SETI Institute remain dedicated to exploring the cosmos, and they have expanded their efforts beyond radio signals to include optical telescopes that can detect laser-based transmissions. This multifaceted approach underscores our enduring curiosity about what lies beyond our world. The WOW signal continues to inspire new generations of scientists and dreamers alike. It embodies the idea that we are not alone in the universe, and that somewhere, out there in the cosmic ocean, other civilizations may be reaching out, waiting for us to listen. While definitive evidence of extraterrestrial life remains elusive, the possibility keeps our imaginations alive. In conclusion, the WOW signal remains one of the most fascinating phenomena in our search for alien life. The excitement it generated more than 40 years ago lives on, reminding us that the possibility of contact with other intelligent beings is still within the realm of possibility. As we peer deeper into the cosmos and expand our understanding of the universe, we carry the spirit of curiosity that sparked that first WOW in 1977, eager for the next signal that might illuminate the dark expanse with hope and awe. In the summer of 1977, a tragic event unfolded at Camp Scott in Locust Grove, Oklahoma, that would leave a mark on the community and ignite national interest. On June 13th, 3 Girl Scouts, Michelle Goose, 9, Doris Denise Milner, 10, and Lori Lee Farmer, 8, set out for a typical fun-filled camping experience, joining more than 100 other campers for a week of friendship and adventure. Little did they know that their innocence would be shattered in an unspeakable way. The camp was situated in a serene area, surrounded by tall trees and the sounds of nature, something that should have offered safety and joy. As night descended, excitement buzzed through the air among girls roasting marshmallows and sharing stories. But in the early hours of June 14th, darkness lurked beyond the campfire light. The girls' absence was soon noticed when they failed to participate in morning activities, prompting counselors to check their tent. That's when panic set in. The search for the girls began immediately, with counselors and fellow campers combing through the vast woods surrounding the campsite. However, the excitement of the summer had turned into a desperate race against time as they struggled to locate their missing friends. As hours turned into a stressful day, authorities were contacted, and the situation quickly escalated into a full-scale investigation. It was not until the day after their disappearance that tragic discoveries were made. The bodies of the 3 girls were found in a wooded area near the camp, horrifically revealing that they had been victims of a heinous crime. The scene was unsettling and gruesome, shattering the hearts of families and the entire community, as well as raising numerous questions. How could something so horrific happen in a place designed for safety, companionship, and enjoyment? What led to such a tragic end for innocent children? As law enforcement began their investigation, clues and leads were sought relentlessly. Survivors and friends spoke about the girls, painting a picture of bright, cheerful children who loved being part of the Girl Scouts. They were involved in various activities, learning essential life skills and forming bonds that would last a lifetime. Amidst the heartache, the investigation aimed to find justice for the girls and wrap their families in the support and answers they desperately needed. Authorities spoke with campers and counselors, but no clear leads emerged. A composite sketch of a potential suspect was created and circulated, yet the chaos of the situation and the uncertainty of witnesses made it challenging for investigators to pinpoint the truth. Numerous tips came in, and the community rallied together in search of justice, organizing search parties and giving them hope. False information and rumors began to circulate, complicating the quest for truth. Those in the community faced an emotional roller coaster, fluctuating between hope and despair. Parents were scared. Children were faced with a new reality. The world wasn't as safe as they had believed. Each day brought new challenges, as the families of the victims courageously clung to their memories and loved ones, while society grappled with this shocking reality. In the years that followed, the case remained open, but unsolved. Investigators worked tirelessly, diving into various possible suspects and motives, but leading the case toward resolution continued to elude them. Over the decades, the Oklahoma Girl Scout murders became a topic of fascination, discussed in books, documentaries, and true crime series that sought to shed light on a case that garners collective emotions of sorrow and anger. Experts chimed in, discussing how cases like these impact a community, often united in grief and determination to find justice. The outpour of support for the families shaped a profound response throughout the country, creating dialogues about safety, vigilance, and the unthinkable reality that people could harm children. Law enforcement sought to learn from this tragedy and pressed for advancements in investigative techniques, leaving a legacy that would influence future cases. Present-day investigators revisit cold cases, testing evidence using the latest forensic technology. The hope persists that someday, someone with information will come forward, allowing the families the resolution they deserved decades ago. Meanwhile, the stories of the three Girl Scouts echo in the hearts of those who remember them, vibrant girls whose lives were cut tragically short, inspiring ongoing discussions about community safety, prevention, and enduring camaraderie. As the years pass, memorials have been established in honor of Michelle, Denise, and Lori, reminding everyone that they were more than just victims. They were spirited girls with dreams and aspirations. Each June, the community gathers to commemorate their lives, share stories, and ensure that no one forgets the joy they brought and the tragedy that unfolded. Ultimately, the Oklahoma Girl Scout murders serve as ongoing reminders of the importance of community vigilance, the strength of togetherness in the face of tragedy, and the eternal hope for justice that families and advocates hold on to in the pursuit of truth. The memories of women who once wore the green and white uniforms, embarking on a summer camp adventure, transcend the pain of loss, proving that while their physical presence may be gone, their spirits remain, forever cherished, forever missed. In the early 12th century, a curious tale blossomed in the quaint village of Woolpit, England, a story that has piqued the imagination of scholars, historians, and enthusiasts of the mysterious for centuries. This tale speaks of two children, distinctively different from any other that the villagers had ever seen. They are known as the Green Children of Woolpit, and their striking appearance and peculiar behavior became the foundation for a legend that still captivates to this day. It all began when a group of local farmers was out working in their fields, perhaps tending to their crops or mending their tools, when they noticed something unusual near the wolf pits, deep, ancient trenches that gave the village its name. The farmers approached and, to their astonishment, discovered two children who looked unworldly. They had green-tinted skin, wore strange clothing, and appeared quite bewildered, as though they had just emerged from some unknown realm. These children were a boy and a girl, both of them seemingly lost and frightened. The villagers, intrigued yet cautious, took them in to provide assistance, wondering how these children had come to be in their midst. The villagers offered them food, and it quickly became apparent that the children were not accustomed to the fare that was commonplace in Woolpit. While the villagers feasted on their bread and meat, the green children remained hesitant, refusing the food presented to them. Their peculiar demeanor only added to the intrigue surrounding their arrival. Eventually, with some encouragement, the children accepted green beans, which they consumed eagerly. This choice of food sparked speculation about where they had come from, as it hinted at a diet vastly different from that of the villagers. The villagers, enamored by the mystery, began to form theories about the origin of these unusual youngsters. Some believed the children hailed from a hidden world, perhaps a magical land where everything was tinted green, while others thought they might be lost souls from another dimension. As the days turned into weeks, the villagers learned more about the children. The boy was named Vincent, while the girl was called Agnes. They spoke a language that was unlike anything the villagers knew, though they eventually began to communicate in broken English. The children spoke of a realm bathed in perpetual twilight, a land where the sun never shone brightly, and everything around them appeared to be shrouded in a greenish hue. According to their accounts, they had been tending to their flocks when they suddenly found themselves in the mysterious world of Woolpit. This revelation only heightened the villagers' fascination, as they began to wonder if the children were perhaps from the fabled St. Martin's Land, a mythical realm spoken of in local legend. Somewhere in the annals of folklore, this land was said to be a pocket of existence separate from the ordinary world. There it was believed that extraordinary beings flourished, children perhaps like Vincent and Agnes, with appearances and traits that defied the norms of humanity. As they settled into their new surroundings, the green-skinned children gradually adapted to village life. Their skin color became less pronounced over time, and the villagers noted that with each passing day, the children looked more like them, losing the vivid green hue that had once marked them so conspicuously. Curiously, both children displayed a remarkable aptitude for language, quickly learning English and making friends among the locals. Their story became a cornerstone of Woolpit folklore, creating a bond between them and the villagers. Though they embraced their new life, some wondered what had brought such unique beings into their midst. Speculations began to circulate about how they had found their way to the village, leading to tales of portals between realms and adventures in unknown worlds. The story of the Green Children hinted at the vastness of human experience and imagination, underscoring the belief that strange beings might dwell just beyond the veil of the ordinary. As time passed, Vincent and Agnes became integral members of the Woolpit community. The pair grew up, and their distinct origins became a fascinating chapter within local lore. However, as they became woven into the fabric of village life, the specifics of their arrival began to fade into the realm of myth. Conversations of the Green Children transformed into a folklore that hinted at the deeper truths of humanity, such as belonging, acceptance, and the exploration of the unknown. The story of the Green Children of Woolpit encourages contemplation about how stories shape identities and communities. Over the centuries, as the tale was recounted, it stirred imagination and sparked discussions not only about the children themselves, but about the essence of humanity. Are we not all, in some sense, green children searching for understanding and acceptance in a world that sometimes feels alien? The tale also opens doors to question what we perceive to be reality. Are there realms of existence that lie just outside our perception? The presence of the Green Children in Woolpit began as a whisper of a story, but grew into an enduring narrative that personifies the mystery surrounding our world and the countless realms we have yet to discover. Scholars have delved into various interpretations surrounding the legend, proposing theories ranging from the children being extraterrestrial beings to the possibility of them suffering from a rare form of albinism that later adapted to the sun's rays. The scholarly debates of their existence serve as a backdrop to the tantalizing question: was it magic or a mere misunderstanding that led them to Woolpit? In modern culture, the story of the Green Children has inspired countless artistic interpretations, from theater productions to short stories, and even elements in popular media. Their tale continues to provoke thought and imagination, reminding us of the power of a seemingly simple narrative that transcended time and geography. The legend of the Green Children of Woolpit serves as a gateway to explore our understanding of nature, society, and the vast possibilities of what lies beyond our experience. Whether you see them as figments of imagination or as real historical figures, Vincent and Agnes remain a vivid reminder of the wonder of folklore and its ability to connect generations through shared stories. Perhaps every village has its green children, stories waiting to be told, whispers echoing in the corners of time, sparking curiosity and wonder in the hearts of those who dare to listen. In December of 1948, A mystery unfolded on the picturesque Somerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia. On a warm summer night, the body of a man was discovered resting against a stone wall, seemingly lifeless. He was dressed in an elegant suit, and the scene appeared almost serene. However, the shock came quickly when authorities found that this man had no identification on him. This incident would soon become enshrined in the annals of unsolved mysteries, captivating the minds of amateur sleuths, historians, and the general public alike. The man's appearance was rather remarkable. He stood at about 6 feet tall, with dark hair, and was estimated to be in his 40s. There was nothing apparently unusual about his clothing. His suit was of a high quality, and he wore polished shoes, suggesting he was someone who took care of his appearance. Yet, despite this, the absence of identification raised immediate questions. Who was he? How did he end up there? And, most haunting of all, how did he die? A closer examination of the scene revealed some peculiar elements. No signs of struggle were present, and an autopsy conducted soon after his body was found revealed that he had not died of natural causes. In fact, the medical examiner concluded that the man had succumbed to a poisoning of some kind, though the exact substance or method remained elusive. As the investigation proceeded, detectives combed through the area, hoping to find any clues that might lead them to his identity or the chain of events leading up to his untimely demise. One of the most intriguing aspects of this case is a small scrap of paper found in a hidden pocket of the man's trousers. This paper bore the words Tamam Shud, a phrase from a Persian poem meaning ended or finished. The implication of this message seemed to indicate that the man had perhaps taken intentional steps towards an end, but the lack of context only deepened the mystery. The torn paper was traced back to a book of poetry discovered in a nearby car. This book had been left unlocked, containing various notes and codes, including a series of letters that suggested a hidden meaning or message. The investigation into the Somerton man was comprehensive. Police canvassed the surrounding areas, interviewing residents and searching for missing persons who fit the man's description. However, all efforts to identify the man were met with frustration. No one came forward to claim him. The lack of information about him raised a chilling thought. Could he have been a spy, a defector, or someone who wished to escape the life they had known? Each theory added layers to an already complex narrative. As time passed, art, literature, and even pop culture referenced the enigmatic Somerton man. Theories multiplied. Some suggested that he could have been involved in espionage during the Cold War, while others considered far less dramatic motives like a tragic love story or betrayal leading to despair. Each possibility only stoked the flames of intrigue surrounding his story. The case remained unsolved for decades, becoming a famous unsolved mystery in Australia, capturing imaginations and leading to numerous articles, documentaries, and even fictional adaptations. In the years following the discovery of the body, advances in forensic science offered a glimmer of hope for resolution. The introduction of DNA analysis in the 21st century brought forth renewed interest in the case. Nearly 7 decades after the man was found, researchers undertook a groundbreaking effort, exhuming the remains in hopes of uncovering concrete evidence. Analysis of genetic material took place, allowing scientists to trace potential relatives visiting the family tree of the mysterious stranger. Further studies yielded some promising results. A woman named Kate identified as a potential match through genealogical databases, posing new angles to the investigation. This branch of the family tree beckoned questions. Was there a family connection? Could the story of the Somerton man finally reach a conclusion that might illuminate the darkness surrounding it? With each new discovery, excitement surged among those invested in the case. Yet the mystery of the Somerton man remains unsolved, with many potential leads still swirling in the air. The sheer lack of evidence and the elusiveness of the man's past keep the intrigue alive. Some theories have all but been set in stone while others continue to evolve, and generations have passed without a definitive answer. The Somerton man serves as a symbol of the fragments of human life we never know, the stories locked within each individual that remain untold. In essence, the story of the Somerton man moves beyond mere intrigue. It embodies the yearning for answers in the face of inexplicable mysteries. It highlights how often individuals live their lives unnoticed, the invasive void left in the absence of connection. The complexity of this case reminds us of the quiet struggles faced by many, even as they seemingly blend into the atmosphere of daily life. The enigma of the Somerton man remains, hauntingly unresolved, like whispers on the wind, leaving questions lingering and minds wandering through the collective narrative of humanity. In the annals of American criminal history, few stories are as intriguing and enigmatic as that of D.B. Cooper. This mysterious figure captured the public's imagination in the early 1970s, when he pulled off an audacious crime that remains unsolved to this day. The tale begins on a rainy November afternoon in 1971, when a man using the name Dan Cooper, a name that would later morph into D.B. Cooper, boarded a commercial flight in Portland, Oregon. Approaching the counter to check in for a flight to Seattle, he was described as a middle-aged man, wearing a dark suit, sunglasses, and a black tie. He carried a briefcase that many believed contained some sort of nefarious device. As the plane, a Boeing 727, took off, there was nothing out of the ordinary. Passengers were settling in, and the flight crew was preparing for the short journey. Little did they know that a dramatic event was about to unfold. Shortly after takeoff, Cooper handed a note to a flight attendant named Florence Schaffner. Initially, she assumed it was just another passenger looking for a good time, but as she opened the note, her heart raced. The note revealed that Cooper was armed and had hijacked the plane. He demanded a ransom of $200,000, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck standing by in Seattle to allow for a safe escape. The flight crew did everything they could to comply with Cooper's demands. After several tense hours of negotiation, the pilots landed the plane at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, where authorities quickly assembled to handle the situation. After letting the passengers go, D.B. Cooper remained on board with a handful of flight attendants and the pilots. With the ransom in hand, he revealed a surprising amount of calmness and confidence. Passengers had no idea they were part of such a dramatic and dangerous situation until they were whisked away from the airport to safety. Meanwhile, Cooper provided instructions to the crew about how the plane should be configured for his escape. He wanted the rear stairway deployed and the plane to fly at a low altitude and a slower speed. It was a carefully orchestrated plan. Under the guise of control, Cooper managed to keep the crew and authorities at bay. While many were on high alert, he was seemingly unfazed, awaiting the right moment to execute his escape. After the plane took off again, heading toward Mexico City, D.B. Cooper made his move. As the aircraft flew over the rugged terrain of the Pacific Northwest, Cooper opened the rear stairway door and jumped out into the night with the money and a parachute. The conditions were fierce. Rain poured down, and strong winds lashed against him as he made his descent. Once he leaped from the plane, he vanished into the abyss of darkness, leaving the FBI and all of America questioning where he had gone. What happened next remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. No trace of Cooper or the ransom money was ever found. To this day, the nation remains captivated by the story of D.B. Cooper. In the aftermath of the hijacking, a massive manhunt was launched. The FBI began an extensive investigation that would span years. They gathered evidence, interviewed witnesses, and explored countless leads. Speculations ran rampant, and numerous theories emerged about Cooper's identity. Some believed he could be a disgruntled airline employee or a skilled skydiver using his expertise to execute a daring escape. Others speculated that he was a seasoned criminal who planned this crime meticulously. As years turned into decades, the case turned cold. The FBI officially closed the investigation in 2016, stating that the chances of uncovering Cooper's identity were slim. However, they never completely ruled out the possibility that he might still be alive. The story has inspired numerous books, documentaries, and films, highlighting the enduring fascination with Cooper's cunning and ability to elude capture. Every few years, new leads emerge, and amateur sleuths dive into the case, each eager to find a piece of this elusive puzzle. The story evokes images of daring heroism mixed with a sense of dread, painting a portrait of a man who, for all his faults, demonstrated a remarkable, if misguided, intelligence and boldness. Many amateur detectives have tried to dig into Cooper's life and investigate potential suspects. Some of these suspects were credible, while others were laughable. There was the theory that he was a former military paratrooper, capable of making such a difficult jump with precision. Others imagined him as a skilled con artist who simply disappeared into the crowd. The various theories and plots seem to weave into the fabric of American culture. The D.B. Cooper case inspired artists, writers, and filmmakers. People love to immerse themselves in a narrative filled with suspense, mystery, and intrigue. The unanswered questions keep interest alive. How did he choose his target? Did he survive the fall? What happened to the money? Decades later, the legacy of D.B. Cooper continues. sparked by the limitless suggestions about who he might have been and how he executed the heist. Ghosts of the case linger, reflected in the popular imagination. The name D.B. Cooper evokes tales of clever escapes, daring challenges, and public fascination, with the cloud of mystery hanging over him. In 1980, nearly 9 years after Cooper had disappeared, a young boy found a decaying package containing $820 bills bearing serial numbers from the ransom money. This discovery stirred a frenzy of excitement among the public and authorities, fueling hope that more clues might surface. However, Cooper remained elusive, a ghost who slipped between the cracks. The potential reality of D.B. Cooper living a quiet life somewhere, perhaps having even spent the ransom money, adds an air of romance to the tale, a Robin Hood figure with a dark twist. Parallels have been drawn between other famous heists and daring escapades throughout history, but Cooper's story is unique, as it remains incomplete, an open chapter waiting for closure that may never arrive. Meanwhile, groups of amateur investigators and curious individuals speculate about what could have happened in those crucial moments after Cooper left the plane. Some suggest that the intense weather and rugged terrain were impossible for an inexperienced parachutist, while others argue that he had more skill than anyone assumed. Throughout the years, the known facts have been delved into repeatedly, dissected, and analyzed, each piece of evidence scrutinized for clues pointing toward Cooper's fate. Occasionally, the case would resurface in popular media, igniting fresh interest. True crime enthusiasts couldn't resist, and often found themselves enthralled by this unresolved narrative. As we look back at the story of D.B. Cooper, it transcends the initial act of audacious air piracy. It speaks to the human fascination with mystery and the allure of the unknown. Why did Cooper choose to do what he did? What motivated his actions? What can we learn about society, crime, and human ingenuity from this tale? Every twist and turn in the story opens up new discussions and inquiries, inviting new generations to ponder the remarkable narrative of a man who saw an opportunity and seized it in a way that seemed almost fictional. Cooper embodies a sense of freedom and rebellion, a character that is both captivating and confounding. Ultimately, D.B. Cooper is not just the persona of a criminal. He has become a symbolic figure representing adventure and mystery. Although the case remains officially unsolved, it continues to inspire imaginations, an unsolved puzzle that quietly calls to curious spirits and adventurous minds. The wind whispers the name of D.B. Cooper, a reminder of how one man's boldness can echo through the years, a legend still alive in the hearts of those who dare to dream of the impossible. Amelia Earhart was an extraordinary individual whose life and legacy have captivated people for decades. Born on July 24, 1897, in Atchison, Kansas, she grew up breaking social norms and expectations. Earhart defied gender stereotypes in the early 20th century by pursuing a career as a pilot, a field dominated by men. Her determination, courage, and adventurous spirit made her a role model for women and a beacon of inspiration for those seeking to overcome challenges. In 1928, she became the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean as a passenger, earning widespread acclaim. This flight was a significant milestone, not only in her life, but also in aviation history, showcasing the potential of women in aviation. Following this achievement, Earhart set her sights on piloting her own aircraft. She worked tirelessly, honing her skills and gaining experience in various types of aircraft. By the early 1930s, she had achieved numerous records, including being the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean in 1932. Her flights were not merely about breaking records. They were about challenging conventional limits and inspiring a generation. She became a transatlantic celebrity, advocating for women's rights and showcasing the possibilities that lay ahead for future generations of women. As the nation moved into the late 1930s, an era marked by an increasing focus on aviation, Earhart continued to push the boundaries of flight. Her ambition reached a peak when she announced her plan for a circumnavigational flight of the globe. In June 1937, she set out on this ambitious journey, accompanied by her navigator, Fred Noonan. The aircraft chosen for this flight was the Lockheed Electra 10E, a state-of-the-art plane for its time. The journey began with enthusiasm and excitement as they completed various legs of the trip. However, the expedition wasn't without its challenges. They encountered rough weather conditions, technical difficulties, and navigation issues that tested their skills and resolve. Each leg of the trip added to the excitement and anticipation of the world watching them from afar. On July 2, 1937, Earhart and Noonan departed from Lae, New Guinea on their final leg to Howland Island. This tiny island was a crucial refueling stop on their journey around the world. However, things took a haunting turn as the aircraft began its perilous crossing over the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. Earhart's last radio transmissions indicated that they were having difficulties locating Howland Island and were low on fuel. As hours passed and no sign of the plane was detected, the United States Coast Guard and Navy began a search operation, one of the largest aerial searches in history. This monumental effort involved ships and aircraft scouring thousands of miles of ocean, but despite their relentless search, not a trace of Earhart or Noonan was found. The media coverage surrounding their disappearance was electric, igniting public intrigue and speculation. Theories regarding Amelia Earhart's fate began to emerge almost immediately. Some suggested that she had run out of fuel and crash-landed in the ocean, while others proposed she may have landed on a deserted island, only to succumb to the harsh conditions without being found. The possibility of her capture by Japanese forces also arose, particularly due to the geopolitical climate of the time. Each theory heightened the mystery surrounding her disappearance, and years later, they continued to evoke curiosity. In 1939, a search expedition was attempted again, focusing on several uninhabited islands surrounding the area where she vanished. However, these explorations yielded no conclusive evidence. The case of Earhart's disappearance soon became a legend, sparking a fascination that persists to this day. Historians, aviation enthusiasts, and amateur sleuths pore over historical documents, eyewitness accounts, and any potential clues that might shed light on what happened to her. Decades later, in 1970, a notable discovery was made on Nkumaroro, an island in the Phoenix Islands. Researchers stumbled upon remnants that suggested the presence of a castaway, leading to speculation that Earhart might have survived for some time after landing there. The artifacts found included items like a shoe, a tin of cream, and a piece of metal that some believed could be part of Earhart's plane. This revelation reignited interest in the mystery, prompting further expeditions to explore the island's history and examine its artifacts. Despite many theories and extensive research over the years, Amelia Earhart's disappearance remains one of the most enduring mysteries of the 20th century. Interest in her life and story has only increased, inspiring countless books, documentaries, and films. Her legacy transcends aviation, symbolizing courage and perseverance, reflecting the spirit of exploration that drove her. Amelia Earhart is celebrated not just for her contributions to aviation, but for her role as a pioneer in breaking gender barriers and empowering women. She paved the way for future generations to dream big and pursue their ambitions without fear of societal constraints. Her story resonates with anyone who has ever dared to chase a dream, making her an eternal figure in the annals of history. The lore surrounding Amelia and the unanswered questions about her fate serve as a reminder of the risks inherent in exploration and venturing into the unknown. Her life was steeped in adventure, and her disappearance only adds to the legend. The determination to solve the mystery of what happened to her continues, as people remain captivated by the possibility of discovering the truth behind the enigma. As history marches on, Amelia Earhart's legacy remains a source of inspiration, encouraging all of us to strive for greatness, break boundaries, and explore the possibilities that lie beyond the horizon. Whether she perished in the vast ocean or found a temporary refuge before vanishing, her spirit endures, contributing to the ongoing dialogue about women's roles in aviation and society. In closing, Amelia Earhart's story remains a brilliant tapestry woven with courage, ambition, and mystery. It serves as a testament to the heights that can be achieved through tenacity and passion. While the ultimate fate of Amelia may never be known, her legacy continues to soar, and her spirit inspires countless dreamers around the world today. Amelia Earhart is more than just an aviator. She is a symbol of enduring possibilities and an inspiration for all who dare to dream. The Oak Island Money Pit is one of the most fascinating and enduring treasure legends in North America. Nestled in the scenic area of Nova Scotia, Canada, this site has captivated the imagination of treasure hunters, historians, and thrill-seekers for centuries. The allure of hidden wealth and the mystery surrounding the pit creates a story that is more than just about gold. It involves adventure, history, and the persistent human spirit in the quest for discovery. The legend of the Money Pit began in 1795 when a young man named Daniel McGinnis stumbled upon a curious depression in the ground while exploring Oak Island with friends. Intrigued by his find, the trio began digging and soon uncovered what they believed to be evidence of treasure hidden below. They discovered layers of oak planks, stone, and other materials, leading them to think that some sort of vault or treasure chamber lay beneath the surface. The excitement sparked by this discovery prompted generations of treasure hunters to flock to the island, hoping to unlock its secrets. Over the years, numerous excavation attempts have been made, marking a timeline filled with thrilling successes and baffling setbacks. Each new dig often brought with it more questions than answers. One of the remarkable layers found within the pit includes a system of flood tunnels that were ingeniously designed to protect whatever treasure lay hidden from those who dared to seek it. Water consistently filled the excavation, leading to speculation that an elusive and skilled organization had carefully constructed the pit to thwart unwanted visitors. The types of treasure that may be hidden in this legendary site vary widely, according to various theories. Some suggest it could be pirate gold, possibly the loot of notorious figures like Captain Kidd or Blackbeard. Others speculate that it might be the lost treasures of the Knights Templar, or even William Shakespeare's manuscripts. Each theory adds an intriguing layer to the overarching mystery, and as excavations continue, the potential for discovery keeps the attention of enthusiasts around the globe. Among the many interesting characters that have attempted to uncover the island's secrets is Franklin Roosevelt, who, before he became President of the United States, was involved in the digs in the early 1900s. Roosevelt's connection to Oak Island showcases the profound impact the legend has had, capturing the interest of prominent figures throughout history. His involvement added a sense of credibility and allure that further entrenched Oak Island's status as a treasure-hunting hotspot. Despite the many efforts to unearth the money pit's rumored riches, the island remains a complex enigma, posing challenges that defy modern technology and expertise. Challenges such as misinformation, underground water sources, and legal disputes have led some to believe that the island's secrets may be better left buried. Nevertheless, each attempt brings new developments, revelations, and the possibility of breakthroughs. In contemporary times, Oak Island has gained even more notoriety through media portrayal. Hit television series and documentaries have explored its mysteries, drawing in larger audiences and fan bases eager to learn more. The portrayal of the challenges faced, theories debated, and clues unearthed has sparked a renewed interest in the quest for treasure. This modern attention fuels the excitement and anticipation that each new dig brings, as viewers approach each season with hope that the long-sought-after treasure might finally reveal itself. The impact of the money pit also transcends treasure hunting. It has contributed to the local economy and community. Tourists flock to Nova Scotia, eager to experience the island and its legends for themselves, leading to an increase in local businesses and excursions. The mythos of the money pit has created a sense of pride among locals who share their stories and folklore with visitors, further embedding the treasure legend into the region's cultural fabric. As time passes, the pit's mystery endures. Excavation crews continue to face both triumphs and tribulations, with unexpected discoveries sometimes leading to more questions than they answer. Generations of treasure hunters have come and gone, each leaving their mark on the island in their own unique way. The spirit of adventure remains alive and well on Oak Island, as some individuals remain undeterred by the challenges. Has the treasure ever been found? The answer remains elusive. However, it is precisely this uncertainty that keeps the legend alive, drawing treasure seekers to the island like moths to a flame. Each attempt, regardless of its outcome, adds another chapter to the money pit's storied history. While many are searching for a monetary reward, others find that the pursuit itself offers its own riches. The camaraderie of fellow treasure seekers, the thrill of the unknown, and the opportunity to partake in a centuries-old mystery are treasures of their own. The money pit stands not just as a hole in the ground, but as a symbol of hope, curiosity, and the relentless human drive to seek out what lies beyond the veil of the unknown. Each shovel turned holds a promise, a chance to unlock the secrets hidden deep within Oak Island, and perhaps rewrite history itself. As time goes on, it remains to be seen whether the legend will ultimately result in riches, but until then, Oak Island continues to inspire dreams, spark imaginations, and ignite the adventurous spirit within us all. The Tunguska event, which took place in the early morning hours of June 30, 1908, marks one of the most mysterious and impactful explosions in recorded history. This explosion occurred in a remote area of Siberia, near the Tunguska River, and it is often cited as a significant event in the study of meteoritics and planetary science. On that fateful day, the residents of the small town of Vanavara, located hundreds of kilometers away, reported a bright flash in the sky. Shortly thereafter, they were shaken by a powerful shockwave. The explosion was so immense that it flattened approximately 2,000 square kilometers of forest, toppling an estimated 80 million trees. The peculiar thing about this event is that despite its colossal power, no impact crater was discovered, leading to various theories about the cause of the explosion. Scientists have speculated that the most likely culprit behind the Tunguska event is a meteoroid or comet that exploded in the atmosphere before reaching the ground. This hypothesis is supported by the fact that the explosion produced a force equivalent to 10 to 15 megatons of TNT. To put this into perspective, that's about 1,000 times more powerful than the bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima during World War II. The sheer force caused a shockwave that circled the globe multiple times, and people as far away as London reported the effects of this mysterious blast. One of the first scientific investigations into the Tunguska event was carried out by a Russian expedition led by Leonid Kulik in 1927. Kulik assessed that the area had changed dramatically. The forest was irreversibly altered, with trees knocked down in a radial pattern resembling the aftermath of a violent storm. While many trees had been flattened, the absence of a crater suggested that the object might have detonated in the air, creating a massive fireball and shockwave rather than impacting the Earth. In the decades that followed, various theories emerged to explain the Tunguska event, reflecting the ongoing fascination and debates surrounding it. Some suggested that it was caused by a mini black hole passing through the Earth, while others proposed more exotic explanations, including a UFO crash or even an antimatter explosion. While these theories have captured the imagination of many, they are largely unsupported by scientific evidence. The meteor or comet theory remains the most widely accepted. When comets and meteoroids enter the Earth's atmosphere, they can encounter significant friction, causing them to heat up rapidly. If the object is large enough, it can explode in a brilliant flash before reaching the ground. The results can be catastrophic, as clearly shown by the Tunguska event. Interestingly, the Tunguska incident has prompted more than just scientific inquiries. It has also inspired countless films, books, and documentaries, blending fact with fiction. These cultural representations often amplify the intrigue of the event, driving public curiosity about the unknown. With each depiction, new questions arise. What really happened that day in 1908? And could a similar event occur again? In retrospect, the Tunguska event serves as a reminder of how vulnerable our planet is to cosmic phenomena. It underscores the importance of monitoring near-Earth objects, as they could pose serious threats to life if not detected in advance. As technology advances, astronomers are developing better ways to identify and track these celestial bodies to safeguard the Earth from potential disasters. The study of the Tunguska event has, therefore, contributed to our understanding of planetary defense and the ongoing efforts to protect our planet. In recent years, scientists have also begun exploring what implications the Tunguska explosion could have for future space missions. The event provides a unique opportunity to understand the potential dangers of space debris, particularly when we consider missions going to other celestial bodies like Mars or beyond. If humans venture further into space and establish colonies, understanding events like Tunguska will be crucial in ensuring safety as we explore new frontiers. As we reflect on the Tunguska event, it invites us to ponder deeper questions about our universe. The cosmos is filled with wonders and mysteries, many yet to be uncovered. From the vastness of space to the microscopic particles that drift unseen around us, there are countless phenomena waiting to be explored. The Tunguska event, with its destructive power and enigmatic origins, embodies this sense of exploration. It echoes this silent call of the cosmos, urging us to understand not just the hazards that lie in wait, but also the beauty and complexity of the universe we inhabit. In summary, the Tunguska event remains a fascinating subject of inquiry. Its powerful explosion, possibly caused by a meteoroid or comet, continues to challenge our understanding of cosmic interactions with Earth. As scientific techniques and exploration methods advance, we may get closer to not only solving the mysteries of the Tunguska event, but also protecting our planet against similar incidents in the future. Our Earth is a beautiful place, and it is essential that we take steps to safeguard it as we journey through the cosmos, exploring all that it has to offer. The Tunguska event stands as a testament to the forces at play in our universe, reminding us of the delicate balance of life on our planet and the wonders beyond our atmosphere. The disappearance of Jimmy Hoffa is one of the most captivating mysteries in American history, one that has intrigued the public for decades. James Riddle Hoffa, widely known as Jimmy Hoffa, was a prominent labor union leader and president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, a powerful organization that represented truck drivers and other labor workers. His life and career were marked by controversy, power struggles, and a series of events that led him to become a prominent figure in American labor history. However, it is his disappearance on July 30, 1975, that has captured the imagination of many and created an enduring enigma. Hoffa was born on February 14, 1913, in Brazil, Indiana. He grew up in a working-class family and was drawn to the labor movement at an early age. By the 1930s, he had become involved with the Teamsters, and by the 1950s, he had risen to significant prominence within the organization. Hoffa's leadership transformed the Teamsters into one of the most influential labor unions in the country. He fought for better wages and working conditions for workers, and under his stewardship, the union grew exponentially. However, Hoffa's tenure was not without controversy. He was known for his aggressive tactics and connections with organized crime, which ultimately led to a series of legal troubles. In 1967, he was convicted of jury tampering and fraud, and he spent 4 years in prison. After his release in 1971, Hoffa sought to regain control of the Teamsters, but his ambitions were thwarted, leading to an ongoing power struggle within the union. The day of his disappearance began like any other. Hoffa had plans to meet with 2 men, Anthony Tony Prowergiano and Anthony Tony Jack Giacalone, who were associated with the Mafia. This meeting was supposed to take place at the Moshe's Red Fox, a restaurant in Bloomfield Township, Michigan. Witnesses reported seeing Hoffa arrive at the restaurant around 2:15 p.m., but after that, he seemed to vanish without a trace. Despite extensive investigations, no evidence of Hoffa's whereabouts was ever discovered. His car was found abandoned at the restaurant, and a massive search effort ensued, but it yielded no leads. The mystery of what happened to him has led to numerous theories and speculations over the years. Some believe he was murdered by mobsters who feared his return to power within the Teamsters. Others suggest he may have staged his disappearance to escape his troubled life and the law. The investigation into Hoffa's disappearance attracted significant media attention, as reporters, investigators, and even amateur sleuths became captivated by the case. Over the years, various claims emerged regarding Hoffa's fate. Some alleged that he was buried under a baseball field, while others speculated that he was cremated. Regardless of the theory, all that remained were unanswered questions and growing intrigue. In the decades following his disappearance, there were several alleged sightings of Hoffa, some credible, others far-fetched. From claims that he was living in witness protection to rumors he'd relocated abroad, the speculation only fueled interest in the case. However, none of these reports led to concrete evidence that could conclusively determine his fate. Hoffa's disappearance also sparked a number of investigative books, documentaries, and films that sought to explore the man behind the myth and the circumstances of that fateful day in 1975. Many of these projects have provided deeper insights into Hoffa's life, his connections to organized crime, and the complex world of labor unions in America during the mid-20th century. They have tried to piece together not just what may have happened to him, but also the societal and historical context of his life. The story of Jimmy Hoffa represents more than just a disappearance. It encapsulates themes of power, ambition, and the American labor movement's struggle for dignity and respect. Hoffa was a man who fought tirelessly for workers' rights, but his methods and associations often crossed ethical lines, creating a complex legacy. The tension between labor unions and criminal organizations became a defining feature of his life, and the question of whether Hoffa became a victim of his own success remains a tantalizing quandary. As time passes, the public fascination with Hoffa's mystery continues, and even today, the hunt for answers endures. While the federal investigation has officially been closed, various individuals and amateur investigators still pursue clues regarding his fate. Today, the story resonates in popular culture and serves as a reminder of a turbulent time in American history, illustrating the conflicts and struggles that shaped the labor movement. The disappearance of Jimmy Hoffa remains unresolved, a chapter in the annals of American history marked by intrigue, controversy, and a longing for answers. It serves not only as a testament to the complexity of Hoffa's life and career, but also highlights the enigmatic nature of human narratives, how they intertwine with greater societal issues, and the shadows they cast on our understanding of the past. The quest for truth continues, as does the fascination with this legendary figure whose echo still reverberates through the corridors of time. No one truly knows what happened to Hoffa, but the story endures, stirring curiosity and sparking conversations about loyalty, betrayal, and the often unseen dynamics at play behind the scenes. His legacy is one that intertwines with the fabric of labor history and the moral complexities of the pursuit of power in the American context. As interest in Hoffa's disappearance remains steadfast, it raises questions about the nature of truth itself and whether any mystery can be fully unraveled. The blend of political intrigue, personal betrayal, and the struggle for workers' rights creates a compelling narrative, one that may never be fully explained or understood. Perhaps it is this very ambiguity that continues to captivate audiences, prompting new generations to delve into the life and legacy of Jimmy Hoffa, a man whose story remains an iconic piece of the American puzzle. Until new evidence emerges, the mystery of Hoffa's fate will remain open, inviting speculation and dialogue among those who hear his tale and ponder the forces that shape individual lives against the backdrop of history. Jack the Ripper is one of history's most infamous and intriguing figures. This unidentified serial killer operated in the Whitechapel district of London in 1888, a time when the city was undergoing significant social and economic changes. The area was known for its poverty, overcrowding, and a struggling working class, which created an atmosphere ripe for crime and desperation. The name Jack the Ripper is derived from a letter sent to the press at the time, allegedly from the killer himself. However, the authenticity of this letter remains a topic of debate among historians and criminologists. The name quickly gained traction, and it continues to evoke a sense of mystery and horror today. The victims attributed to Jack the Ripper were primarily women, many of whom were involved in sex work. These women lived in vulnerable conditions, struggling to survive in a harsh urban landscape. The most notorious of the victims were Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, and Mary Jane Kelly. Each of these women met a brutal fate, their bodies discovered in gruesome states that reflected the killer's horrifying modus operandi. Mary Ann Nichols, the first of the canonical 5 victims, was found on August 31, 1888. Her murder marked the beginning of the Ripper spree. Nichols was discovered in Bucks Row, with her throat slashed and abdomen mutilated. The shock of such violence sent ripples through the local community, igniting fear and panic. Annie Chapman followed just days later, on September 8th. Her murder was even more brutal, with her body discovered in the backyard of 29 Hanbury Street. Like Nichols, her throat had been cut, and her abdomen was severely mutilated. The Ripper displayed a disturbing level of anatomical knowledge that suggested he had some background in medicine or butchery. The killings instigated a media frenzy. Newspapers of the time sensationalized the events, often exaggerating details to captivate a public hungry for more information. They published illustrations and accounts that further stoked the flames of fear. The press was both fascinated and horrified, providing updates and creating a public persona for the elusive killer. The attention brought immense pressure on the Metropolitan Police, who were under scrutiny for their inability to apprehend the murderer. On September 30, 1888, 2 women were killed in a single night, Elizabeth Stride and Catherine Eddowes. Stride was murdered in Dutfield's yard, her body discovered with no further mutilations beyond the throat cutting. This led some to speculate that the killer may have been interrupted before he could finish his grisly work. Eddowes, however, suffered a far worse fate. Her body was found in Mitre Square, exhibiting horrific injuries, including extensive facial mutilations and organ removal. The juxtaposition of these 2 murders on the same night is one of the many aspects of the case that continue to baffle experts. The final canonical victim, Mary Jane Kelly, was discovered on November 9, 1888. Her murder took place in her own lodging on Miller's Court. The violence inflicted on her body was unprecedented, leading some to believe that the Ripper had become more brazen with time. The crime scene was gruesome, with her body mutilated beyond recognition, and it shocked even the most hardened detectives. The investigation attracted numerous suspects, and the police received countless letters, some genuine, others likely hoaxes. Various suspects included local butchers, doctors, and even members of the royal family. Theories abounded, with some suggesting that the killer may have been a gentleman living among the upper classes, hiding his dark desires behind a respectable facade. The lack of conclusive evidence and the failings of the investigative process led to frustration and despair for the authorities tasked with solving the case. Despite their efforts, Jack the Ripper was never caught, and the case remains unsolved to this day. The mystery surrounding the identity of the killer has fueled countless books, films, and discussions, inspiring a whole subculture devoted to Ripperology, the study of the Ripper case and its implications. Experts continue to analyze police reports, photographs, and the broader social context of London in the late 19th century to uncover new insights into the case. The impact of Jack the Ripper extended beyond the immediate horror of the murders. The case shed light on the conditions faced by women in Victorian London, particularly those living in poverty. It highlighted issues such as social inequality, lack of proper health care, and the stigma attached to sex work. In many ways, the case initiated a broader conversation about women's safety and rights, resonating through the decades that followed. As the years have passed, the legend of Jack the Ripper has grown, often overshadowing the real stories of the victims who lost their lives. These women have become mere footnotes in the mystique of the killer, overshadowed by the horror of their deaths. It is essential to remember them as individuals with lives and struggles who were tragically caught in the grip of violence. Jack the Ripper's story remains a chilling reminder of the darkness that can dwell within humanity. The blend of mystery, history, and the gruesome nature of the crimes has solidified his place in popular culture, making him a figure that continues to fascinate and horrify alike. Each new generation uncovers fresh theories or perspectives, keeping the legacy of Jack the Ripper alive in the public consciousness. As we explore the twists and turns of this harrowing tale, it is a chance to reflect not just on the events of 1888, but on how far society has come in addressing the issues of violence and gender inequality. Jack the Ripper serves as a haunting echo of the past, one that reminds us of the ongoing battle for justice in a world where the shadows of violence still loom large. The unsolved mystery of the Ripper invites curiosity and exploration, ensuring that it will be a topic of discussion for generations to come. The case is more than just a story of grisly murders. It is a complex intersection of history, social issues, and human nature that continues to captivate audiences today. The story of King Tutankhamun, often referred to simply as King Tut, is a fascinating chapter in the annals of ancient Egypt. Born around 1341 BC, this young pharaoh ruled during a pivotal time in Egyptian history known for its artistic and cultural achievements. However, it is not his reign or his impressive treasures that have captured enduring public imagination, but rather the so-called curse associated with his tomb. In 1922, the British archaeologist Howard Carter made a groundbreaking discovery in the Valley of the Kings, the nearly intact tomb of King Tut. This moment was monumental, as it provided an unparalleled glimpse into the wealth and grandeur of the pharaohs. However, the treasures found within the tomb were not the only thing that drew attention. Soon after the excavation began, a series of mysterious incidents gave rise to chilling tales of a curse. Almost immediately following the opening of the tomb, some of those who had entered it began to experience untimely deaths or strange misfortunes. Lord Carnarvon, the financial backer of the expedition, was the first to fall victim, reportedly dying from an infected mosquito bite in 1923. This sparked international headlines and fueled a rising concern about the curse. But what exactly was the source of this curse? Many speculated that it was a protective measure put in place by the ancient Egyptians to safeguard their treasures from tomb robbers and disrespectful intruders. Accounts suggest that hieroglyphs on the tomb's walls warned of dire consequences for those who dared to disturb the resting place of the young king. These warnings only added to the allure and mystique surrounding the tomb. Over the years, proponents of the curse collected anecdotes and reported other strange occurrences linked to those who participated in the tomb's excavation. Some claimed that they suffered from inexplicable illnesses, financial ruin, or personal tragedies shortly after entering the tomb. The media sensationalized these tales, painting a vivid picture of an ancient wrath enacted upon modern explorers. As stories circulated, scientists and skeptics began looking for rational explanations. Some suggested that exposure to toxic mold or bacteria within the sealed tomb could have caused health issues. Others pointed out that of the many individuals involved with the excavation, the majority lived normal, healthy lives, which contradicted the notion of a curse. In reality, the early 20th century was a time when infectious diseases were common and could strike anyone, regardless of their association with Egyptian artifacts. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the myth of the curse persisted, influencing popular culture in many forms. Books, films, and television shows used the concept as a central theme, weaving tales of adventure, suspense, and danger into narratives surrounding ancient Egyptian tombs. The excitement of the curse became nearly as fascinating as the treasures themselves. The narrative surrounding the curse also illustrates the human tendency to seek mysterious explanations for the inexplicable. When faced with tragedy or the unknown, it is natural to search for answers, even if those answers are rooted in superstition. The tale of the curse taps into our ancient fears and evokes a sense of the supernatural, a tantalizing lure that captures the imagination and keeps us wondering about the mysteries of the past. As archaeological techniques advance and more discoveries are made, we continue to learn more about ancient civilizations, including the Egyptians. Their beliefs, practices, and intricate history provide a deep reservoir of knowledge that reveals both their wisdom and their superstitions. The idea of a curse reminds us that even in the face of scientific progress, stories and folklore still hold a powerful place in our collective consciousness. Today, as we gaze upon the artifacts unearthed from King Tut's tomb, the allure of the curse remains part of the larger narrative. It intertwines with narratives of loss, power, and reverence for the past. This myth, whether rooted in psychological or cultural phenomena, continues to fascinate us and compels us to keep exploring the legacies of ancient civilizations. In essence, the curse of King Tut's tomb serves as a curious reminder of how history can be imbued with layers of meaning. It illustrates our desire to connect with the past, not just through tangible artifacts, but through the stories that accompany them. These tales enrich our understanding of ancient life and what it means to be human, often merging the boundaries of fact and fiction into a tapestry of intrigue that continues to spark both fear and fascination. As we ponder the adventures and mysteries surrounding King Tut, we find a potent blend of history and myth that invites us to explore deeper questions about our own existence, our mortality, and the ways in which our past continues to shape our future. Through the lens of the curse and the haunted legacy of King Tut's tomb, we are encouraged to reflect on our relationship with history and the enduring tales that transcend the ages, connecting us to the lives of those who came before. The story becomes one of connection, mystery, and the timeless pursuit of understanding that defines the human experience. In the summer of 1974, a grim discovery was made in the picturesque, windswept dunes of Cape Cod, Massachusetts. The serene landscape, known for its stunning beaches and charming seaside towns, became the backdrop for one of the most enigmatic unsolved mysteries in American history. This mystery centers around an unidentified woman, referred to as the Lady of the Dunes. On July 26, 1974, two individuals who were walking their dog stumbled upon a body lying face down in the sand near Race Point Beach in Provincetown. Initially, the scene appeared to be one of an unfortunate accident, but upon closer inspection, it quickly became apparent that this was a far more sinister situation. The woman was discovered to have suffered significant trauma, leading investigators to conclude that she had been murdered. The victim, who likely stood in her 20s or 30s, was of striking appearance. Her sun-bleached hair was long and flowing, and her body bore signs of a recent tan, suggesting she was a familiar presence in the warm summer months of Cape Cod. However, her identity remained shrouded in mystery. Despite extensive investigations, no one came forward to claim her, and authorities were left with only fragments to piece together a life story that came to an abrupt end. One of the most haunting aspects of the Lady of the Dunes case is the uncertainty surrounding her identity. For many years, countless individuals were considered missing, and yet none fit the profile of the young woman in the dunes. As news of her discovery spread, locals and tourists alike were drawn into the mystery. The media coverage surrounding the case propelled it into the public consciousness, yet answers remained elusive. An autopsy revealed that the woman had suffered blunt force trauma and had been murdered elsewhere. Her body was then transported to the dunes, where it was left to be found. The details of her death, along with the lack of personal belongings, made it clear to investigators that they were dealing with a calculated crime. With no identification, no witnesses, and few leads, the case became a frustrating puzzle for law enforcement. Over the years, several theories and hypotheses emerged about the Lady of the Dunes. Some speculated that she might have had ties to organized crime, as it was rumored that the area had connections to mob activity at the time. Others considered the possibility that she was a free spirit, perhaps a hitchhiker or a seasonal worker who came to enjoy the Cape's summer beauty. However, these theories yielded little in the way of concrete evidence. The investigation took numerous twists and turns. Detectives followed up on potential leads, interviewing hundreds of individuals, taking DNA samples, and even exhuming her remains in efforts to create a modern forensic profile. As the years turned into decades, the case grew colder, but the determination of both local authorities and amateur sleuths never wavered. As technology advanced, so did the potential for breakthroughs in this case. In the early 21st century, the advent of DNA testing and forensic genealogy brought renewed hope. Law enforcement agencies across the country began sharing databases, looking for familial links to help identify the Lady of the Dunes. This collaborative effort rekindled interest in the case and brought forth new investigators to examine the cold evidence with fresh eyes. Despite the passage of time, the Lady of the Dunes touched many lives. Each summer, the Cape Cod community continues to honor this unknown woman with vigils and discussions, sharing memories of their own youth at the beach. They remember the summer nights filled with laughter, the sound of waves crashing, and the bittersweet feeling of nostalgia lingering in the salty air. The mystery remains a poignant reminder of the transient nature of life. The dunes of Cape Cod, with their beauty and allure, are also a place where secrets lie buried. The Lady of the Dunes represents those lost stories, the lives cut short, and the unresolved questions that linger long after a tragedy occurs. Each grain of sand in those dunes carries whispers of the past, and while time has left many questions unanswered, the hope for closure and justice still lingers. As of today, her identity remains unknown, and her story serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that beyond every statistic and news headline, there is a person with dreams, aspirations, and a family who may still be searching. Today, the Lady of the Dunes is more than just an unsolved case. She's become a symbol of the unknown, a representation of all the stories left untold on the windswept shores. The case continues to capture the imagination of true crime enthusiasts, as well as the families and friends of those who are still missing. Forums and social media discussion groups have sprung up around her story, where amateur sleuths can gather to share theories, brainstorm new avenues of investigation, and advocate for the use of advanced DNA technology. As the years go by, the quest to bring her identity to light takes on a new dimension. The focus has shifted from simply solving a 1974 murder to understanding the human stories intertwined with that tragedy. Each year, more advancements in forensic science promise the possibility of eventually uncovering her name as well as the truth. Within the busy streets of Provincetown, amidst the bustling tourist shops and vibrant nightlife, the mystery lingers in the air, like the salty sea breeze. For those who take a moment to ponder the tale of the Lady of the Dunes, her story is not just one of horror, but also of hope. The hope that one day she will be known, her life will be celebrated, and justice will be served. So as the sun sets over the sprawling beaches of Cape Cod, the story of the Lady of the Dunes continues to unfold. Each wave that washes ashore brings with it a pledge to remember, to inquire, and to search for truth. And even in silence, her presence is felt, a reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring quest for understanding. The Lady of the Dunes, though unseen, remains a part of the fabric of Cape Cod's history. A ghost in the sands, she invites us to stay curious, to listen to stories that may seem forgotten, and to consider the profound mysteries of human existence. Each sandy footprint is a call to remember those we've lost along the way, the stories that shaped them, and the unfinished journeys that they left behind. Behind the mystery lies a message that echoes through the ages, an invitation to delve beneath the surface and seek the truth with compassion and an open heart. So as we reflect on the life of the Lady of the Dunes, we are reminded that sometimes it takes the mystery of an unsolved case to shine a light on the depths of humanity, to inspire empathy, and to reinforce the notion that every life is worthy of remembrance. The tale continues, and with it, the promise of hope, resilience, and the unyielding power of the quest for truth. The Black Dahlia is one of the most infamous unsolved murder cases in American history, captivating the public's imagination since it first unfolded in 1947. The story revolves around Elizabeth Short, a young woman whose life was tragically cut short in a brutal and shocking manner. Born on July 29, 1924, in Hyde Park, Boston, Massachusetts, Elizabeth, who would later be known as the Black Dahlia, had hopes of becoming an actress, drawing her to Los Angeles in pursuit of fame and fortune. Elizabeth was known for her striking beauty, with dark hair, pale skin, and piercing blue eyes. Though she never achieved the stardom she desired, she became a fixture in the Los Angeles social scene, often frequenting bars and clubs. Friends described her as charming, vivacious, and full of life, but she faced challenges as well. Her financial struggles often forced her into temporary living arrangements, including spending time in various homes and hotels while trying to navigate her dreams. On January 15, 1947, Elizabeth's life was forever altered. Her body was discovered in a vacant lot in Leimert Park, Los Angeles, by a passerby who initially thought he had encountered a mannequin. The stark reality of the situation quickly became apparent as authorities arrived at the scene. Elizabeth's body was severely mutilated, presenting a gruesome sight that shocked even the most seasoned investigators. The circumstances surrounding Elizabeth's death were horrifying. Her body had been cut in half at the waist, and the position in which it was found suggested a deliberate and calculated act. The killer had washed her body before leaving it, perhaps trying to eliminate evidence. Furthermore, there were intricate cuts on her face, which had been slashed to create an unsettling smile. This gruesome attention to detail led investigators to believe that the murderer possessed a certain level of skill or knowledge, leaving them baffled as to who could commit such a heinous act. As the investigation unfolded, media interest in the case skyrocketed. Newspapers across the nation published sensational headlines, dubbing her the Black Dahlia, a name attributed to her penchant for wearing black clothing, along with the popular film noir, The Blue Dahlia, that had recently been released. The fascination with Elizabeth's death grew, and with it, a flurry of theories and speculation. Who was responsible for this tragedy? And why would anyone want to harm a young woman with dreams just like many others? In the wake of Elizabeth's murder, the police received numerous tips and hundreds of letters from individuals claiming to have information about the case. Many suspects were brought forward, but none were ever officially charged. Investigators quickly realized that the complex nature of the crime made it difficult to pin down a single suspect. The Los Angeles police were under immense pressure to solve the case, and every lead seemed to lead them deeper into a web of uncertainty. One of the most notable suspects was George Hodel, a physician and a prominent figure in Los Angeles' social circles. His connection to the case was fueled by claims from his own son, who believed his father may have had a hand in Elizabeth's murder. Hodel had a tumultuous history, but evidence linking him to the crime remained circumstantial. Although authorities were unable to bring any charges against him, the speculation surrounding his involvement persisted, adding another layer to an already intricate puzzle. In addition to Hodel, several other suspects were brought to light throughout the investigation. These individuals ranged from local petty criminals to more high-profile figures in Hollywood. Yet, despite numerous interviews, investigations, and leads, authorities struggled to make real progress. The more they learned, the more questions arose, leading to a frustrating dead end. Amid the chaos and uncertainty, the media frenzy surrounding the case created a complex relationship between the public and the investigation. Many were captivated not just by the crime itself, but by Elizabeth's story. Posters featuring her likeness decorated the walls of Los Angeles, and the case seeped into cultural consciousness, inspiring films, books, and documentaries. As the years passed, Elizabeth Short became a figure shrouded in mystery, transforming her from a murder victim into a legend. The impact of the Black Dahlia case extended beyond the city of Los Angeles. People from all walks of life were drawn into the narrative. Amateur detectives formed clubs to discuss theories, and fans of the macabre visited the sites related to Elizabeth's life and death. For many, the enigma of the Black Dahlia was more than just a tragic story. It was a thrilling mystery that begged for resolution. Continued interest in the case led to several attempts at solving the murder in the decades that followed. New investigative technologies and forensic methods provided hope that fresh evidence could lead to answers, but each attempt brought with it the grim reality that the case remained cold. Documentaries and books continued to emerge, further examining the life and times of Elizabeth Short and the societal factors that contributed to her story. Each retelling added layers to her narrative, romanticizing her troubled existence amidst the grim circumstances of her death. As the decades rolled on, the Black Dahlia murder never faded from public discourse. Its implications prompted discussions about the perception of violence against women, societal expectations, and the darker corners of fame. Elizabeth became emblematic of a distorted aspiration to stardom, reflecting the pressures faced by young women in pursuit of their dreams. Her untimely demise resonated in cultural artifacts, bearing witness to broader societal issues that continue to be relevant today. In exploring the legacy of Elizabeth Short, we come to understand how a single life, though filled with aspirations and potential, can influence the fabric of history. The Black Dahlia case speaks not just to the specifics of a gruesome crime, but to the intricacies of the human experience, the quest for identity, and the darker side of human nature. Elizabeth's story serves as a reminder of the pressing need for compassion, understanding, and the urgency of resolving injustices that persist in our world. Today, Elizabeth Short is remembered not only for the tragic circumstances of her death, but also as a symbol of the countless lives affected by violence, objectification, and tragedy. Her story, frozen in time, continues to intrigue and challenge us, urging society to confront its complexities and to strive toward a future shaped by dignity and respect, ensuring that no one else falls victim to the violence that claimed her life. The Black Dahlia never truly leaves us. Like a ghost, her legend haunts the streets of Los Angeles, forever intertwined with the quest for truth in a world that often lets mystery linger longer than resolution. As we reflect on Elizabeth's life and untimely death, we may be reminded of the fragility of human existence, urging us to appreciate the beauty of life while confronting the shadows that sometimes obscure it. The Nazca Lines are among the most intriguing and enigmatic features of our planet, a testament to ancient human creativity and potential. Located in the arid plains of southern Peru, these large geoglyphs have fascinated researchers, explorers, and curious minds for decades. Spanning a vast area of nearly 1,000 square kilometers, the designs consist of large-scale figures and geometric shapes that can only be fully appreciated from the air. The origins of the Nazca Lines can be traced back to between 500 BCE and 500 CE during the Nazca culture. This was a time when communities thrived in the region, utilizing the land's resources to create artwork, religious symbols, and possibly even astronomical guides. The lines depict various figures ranging from simple geometric shapes like triangles and spirals to more complex forms that resemble animals, plants, and even human-like figures. One of the most famous figures is the hummingbird, a creature celebrated for its agility and beauty. Other representations include a monkey, a spider, and a lizard, each rendered with remarkable precision and scale. How the Nazca Lines were created has sparked many theories and discussions among archaeologists and historians. One prevalent belief is that the Nazca people used simple tools and techniques to clear away the reddish-brown iron oxide-coated pebbles of the desert surface, revealing the lighter-colored earth underneath. This would create a contrast that made the figures visible. It raises questions about how such large-scale designs could be planned and executed without aerial views, a feat that many consider extraordinary given the era. Some researchers believe that the lines served a practical purpose related to agriculture, pointing to the potential connection between the geoglyphs and natural water sources, as the Nazca people relied on underground aquifers for irrigation in their arid environment. It's fascinating to consider that this magnificent artwork might have been a guide for ancient farmers to find water, using the geoglyphs as markers in the stark desert. Others argue that the giant figures were of a religious or spiritual significance, possibly linked to celestial events or deities worshipped by the Nazca. For example, some interpretations suggest that the designs could align with certain constellations, hinting at a more profound connection between the earth and the heavens. These theories highlight the complex understanding the Nazca people may have had regarding astronomy, climate patterns, and the cycles of nature. Recent studies also suggest that the Nazca Lines might have been produced as part of ceremonial practices. Picture a group of people gathering to honor their environment, following ancient traditions that united their community. The creation of these colossal figures could have been an expression of their relationship with the landscape, a way to communicate their reverence to the forces that govern their lives. One of the most remarkable aspects of the Nazca Lines is their preservation. The region's dry climate has kept the geoglyphs remarkably intact for centuries, protecting them from the erosive effects of rain and vegetation. However, this very preservation is being threatened by modern activities and urbanization. As the world advances, it is crucial to find a balance between progress and the preservation of historical treasures. The discovery of the Nazca Lines has also sparked global interest in other similar geoglyphs and patterns found in various parts of the world. For instance, the Nazca culture is not alone in this mysterious artistry. Similar ancient constructions have been found in places such as the Americas, ancient Europe, and beyond, hinting at a more universal aspect of humanity that connects cultures through time and space. As we continue to learn about the Nazca Lines, the questions surrounding their purpose and the methods of their creation leave room for exploration. Each theory opens up a new avenue for understanding not only the Nazca people, but also the significance of art and communication in human history. The lines serve as a connection to our past, inspiring curiosity about the ancient civilizations that once thrived in harmony with their environment. Standing in awe of the Nazca Lines, one can reflect on the interconnectedness of people, nature, and culture throughout time. The ingenuity of the Nazca people still resonates today, captivating the hearts and minds of those who gaze upon their breathtaking creations from the skies. Every flight over the arid landscape reveals a new angle of these sacred symbols, urging viewers to ponder the mysteries of the past and to appreciate the artistry and ambition woven into the fabric of human history. Imagine being one of the first individuals to see these giant formations, long before the advent of modern aerial technology. The experience would have been humbling and awe-inspiring. As you stand on the desert floor, the outlines of the figures stretch endlessly before you, sparking thoughts of the individuals who meticulously planned and executed this grand artistry. Would you have understood the significance behind the structures, or would you have found yourself completely enchanted by their sheer size and intricacy? With the rise of technology and scientific research, the Nazca Lines have not only been studied through traditional archaeological methods, but also with innovative techniques like satellite imagery and drones. These modern tools provide unique insights that continue to unravel the mysteries of these ancient artisans. Ongoing research reflects a growing understanding of the Nazca Lines, offering new hypotheses while keeping alive the allure that surrounds them. As our exploration deepens, it is evident that the Nazca Lines are not simply relics of the past, but living legacies that challenge us to reflect on the artistic capabilities and beliefs of societies long gone. The lines exemplify humanity's desire to create, communicate, and connect with one another and the world around us. They remind us that regardless of the passage of time, the human spirit is eternally driven to leave its mark. In conclusion, the Nazca Lines stand as magnificent symbols of ancient ingenuity, fostering ongoing curiosity and conversation about the capabilities of early civilizations. They invite us to ponder profound questions about the purpose of art and ritual, the search for resources, and the ever-present human urge to connect with our environment and each other. As we gaze upon the lines from above, we not only appreciate their beauty, but also honor the legacy of the spirits that once roamed the desert, bringing life to the very earth upon which these timeless designs were etched. Each line, figure, and curve tells a story, a connection that transcends time, linking us to those who walked the earth long before us, marveling at the mysteries they left behind. In the realm of historical intrigue, few figures command as much curiosity and imagination as the man in the iron mask. This enigmatic character has been the subject of countless stories, movies, and theories, captivating imaginations for centuries. His existence is shrouded in mystery, a reminder of the secrets that can be hidden away behind the walls of power. The tale begins in the 17th century in France, a time when the monarchy was powerful and the world was rife with political machinations. Louis XIV reigned as king, a monarch known for his absolute power and grand visions for France. Amid the lavish palaces and opulent court life, there was a dark secret, a prisoner whose identity remains unknown, a prisoner kept concealed from the world. The rumors of the man in the iron mask began to circulate during the latter part of the 1660s. He was said to be held in a fortress, guarded closely, and forced to wear a mask that concealed his face. Various accounts suggest that it could have been made of iron, which would explain its name. Why was he imprisoned? Who was he? These questions have sparked endless speculation and debate among historians and enthusiasts alike. Many theories have been proposed to uncover the true identity of this mysterious figure. Some speculate that he could have been the twin brother of Louis XIV, a notion that adds a tantalizing layer of intrigue to the story. Imagine a hidden royal sibling concealed away to avoid undermining the king's authority. This theory suggests that the bitter rivalries and politics of the era could have led to such drastic measures. After all, the court was a hotbed of factional struggles, and having a rival who shared the same blood could have been seen as a grave threat. Another popular theory points to the possibility that the man in the iron mask was a foreign prince or a disgraced nobleman. Some suggest he could have been a political prisoner, silenced by those who feared his influence. The 17th century was marked by wars and political unrest, and many found themselves on the wrong side of power. Anyone could potentially be deemed a danger to the crown if they had the wrong connections or the right ambitions. The location of his imprisonment adds another layer of intrigue. The fortress of Pignerol and later the Bastille are two of the places where he is believed to have been held. These places were notorious for their cold walls and oppressive environments, stark reminders of the power dynamics of the time. The very thought of a man being locked away, his identity hidden behind a mask, paints a vivid picture of isolation and despair. It also serves as a reminder of the fragility of power and the lengths to which individuals would go to secure their own safety and dominance. Accounts of the Man in the Iron Mask's treatment while incarcerated range from rumors of cruelty to the suggestion that he was afforded some degree of privilege. Depending on who you believe, he could have received better accommodations than typical prisoners of the day, perhaps even being allowed rare visits from trusted guards or servants. This raises interesting questions about how fear and respect for his status might have influenced his treatment. If he were truly a person of significant importance, were those in power conflicted about how to treat him, fearing both his potential threat and the moral implications of his treatment? The mystery deepens when you consider the possible motivations behind keeping such a person under wraps. Control, certainly, but there could be other factors at play too. By keeping the Man in the Iron Mask confined, it serves to reinforce the absolute power of the monarch. At a time when France was establishing itself as a dominant force in Europe, it was crucial for Louis XIV to project strength and stability. Silencing any potential rivals or threats, especially one hidden in a mask, would send a clear message to those who might consider contesting his rule. The story of the Man in the Iron Mask is not just a tale of a single man. It encapsulates themes of identity, power, and the human condition. The very idea that a person could be so enigmatic, stripped of their name and freedom, resonates through literature and culture even today. This concept of hidden identities has spurred countless adaptations and interpretations, from plays to novels, exploring the depths of what it means to exist in secrecy. As time went on, the legend of the Man in the Iron Mask grew, morphing into various narratives that embraced the supernatural and the fantastic. Some retellings emphasized the drama of his plight, while others focused on the moral implications of his confinement. The enduring nature of his story speaks to our fascination with the unknown and the lengths people will go to keep their secrets buried. While we may never uncover the true identity of the Man in the Iron Mask, his legacy continues to spark curiosity. His story serves as a reminder of the shadows that can swirl around power, the hidden truths that may lie just out of reach, and the potential for greatness or ruin that can accompany secrecy. In a world filled with masks, figuratively and literally, the Man in the Iron Mask remains one of the most haunting embodiments of mystery, a spectral figure forever entwined in the fabric of history. Through his story, perhaps we are invited to reflect on our own lives, our own identities, and the truths we choose to conceal or reveal to the world. In essence, the Man in the Iron Mask is more than a historical curiosity. He is a symbol of the human experience, encapsulating the struggles of longing for freedom, the complexities of identity, and the shadows cast by power. Whether he was a royal, a prisoner of war, or an innocent victim of political machinations remains a tantalizing question, one that invites each of us to ponder the nature of secrets and the histories we carry with us. As the pages of history continue to turn, the legend of the Man in the Iron Mask endures, a captivating mystery that beckons us to look deeper into the shadows of the past and consider the stories that remain untold. The Mothman is a fascinating and mysterious creature that has captured the imagination of people for decades. It first came to public attention in the 1960s, specifically in the town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Witnesses described this being as a large, winged figure, approximately 6 to 7 feet tall, with glowing red eyes and an absence of a clear head. These striking features have earned the Mothman a unique place in American folklore and cryptozoology. The first reported sighting occurred on November 15, 1966, when two couples driving near an abandoned graveyard noticed a large figure following their car. They described it as a human-like creature with wings and glowing red eyes, soaring through the night sky with remarkable speed. The experience left them in a state of shock and prompted them to report the encounter to the local police, marking the beginning of a flurry of sightings in the following year. Throughout 1966, there were numerous reports of the Mothman across the Point Pleasant area. People claimed to see the creature perched on rooftops, flying overhead, or lurking in the shadows. Witnesses shared their experiences with local newspapers, which led to increased media attention and added to the creature's notoriety. The Mothman's connection to the supernatural seemed to grow with each passing sighting. Some locals started to believe that the creature was an omen, or warning about impending disasters. A particularly chilling aspect of the Mothman legend lies in its association with tragic events. In December 1967, the Silver Bridge in Point Pleasant collapsed, leading to the deaths of 46 people. Some townsfolk recounted strange sightings of the Mothman in the days leading up to the disaster, suggesting a supernatural link between the creature and the bridge's failure. This connection between the creature and real-life events fueled theories about the Mothman's purpose, with many viewing it as a harbinger of doom. The creature's reputation grew, and investigators began to explore its origins and meanings. Some experts proposed that the Mothman was a misidentified bird, while others suggested that it was a manifestation of local folklore or psychological phenomena. In the years that followed, sightings continued intermittently, although they became less frequent. Nevertheless, the legend of the Mothman persisted, leading to a curious blend of fascination, fear, and intrigue. One of the more notable incidents occurred in 1976, when a young boy claimed to have seen the Mothman, along with his friends, near a local park. The group reported that the creature was feeding on a nearby garbage pile and then took flight, displaying its large wings beneath the moonlight. This encounter reignited interest in the creature and contributed to ongoing speculation about its nature and motivations. Throughout the years, the Mothman has inspired a wide range of literature, documentaries, and even a feature film. Author John Keel's book, The Mothman Prophecies, published in 1975, explored the sightings and related phenomena, presenting a narrative that intertwined reports of UFO encounters, bizarre animals, and ghostly experiences. Keel's work solidified the Mothman as an enduring figure in American mythos. His compelling storytelling invites readers to ponder the possibility of interdimensional beings, time travelers, or unknown forces at play. Mothman enthusiasts have organized annual festivals in Point Pleasant to celebrate the creature and its cultural legacy. These events often feature guest speakers, amateur ghost hunters, and local crafts showcasing the mythical figure. Attendees gather to share their stories, celebrate the bizarre, and keep the legend alive with a spirit of camaraderie and enthusiasm. The story of the Mothman raises intriguing questions about fear, the human psyche, and our fascination with the unknown. Why do people feel compelled to seek out tales of the supernatural? What drives the desire to explore the boundaries between reality and myth? For many, engaging with tales of mysterious creatures is a way to confront the fears of the unknown and find meaning in inexplicable occurrences. The Mothman remains an enduring symbol of the strange and unexplained, acting as a catalyst for discussions around local history, paranormal experiences, and even environmental concerns. As some theories suggest that the Mothman's appearance could be linked to ecological disruptions or changes in the area. As the years have gone by, the Mothman has transformed into a cultural phenomenon, appearing in everything from comic books to merchandise. The creature embodies humanity's deep-seated need to understand the world around us, representing both a source of fear and a source of fascination. It prompts exploration of the questions we face when confronted with the unknown. What if the creature is real? What if it is simply a reflection of our own anxieties and interpretations of the world? Ultimately, the story of the Mothman resonates as an emblem of curiosity. Whether viewed as a paranormal enigma or simply a local legend born from folklore and fear, the Mothman encourages us to explore the possibilities of life beyond our understanding, to question the fabric of our reality, and to embrace the tales that stretch our imaginations beyond the ordinary. This enigmatic figure continues to evoke a sense of wonder, reminding us that the world is filled with mysteries waiting to be discovered. Area 51 has long been a subject of fascination for many, shrouded in mystery and surrounded by intrigue. Located in the Nevada desert, this highly classified U.S. Air Force facility has become synonymous with conspiracies and speculations about extraterrestrial life. Originally established in the 1950s, its primary purpose was to develop and test advanced military aircraft, particularly during the Cold War, a time marked by heightened tensions and the race for technological superiority. The remote location of Area 51 makes it ideal for secrecy. Nestled within the broader expanse of the Nevada Test and Training Range, the area is characterized by rugged mountains and vast stretches of barren desert. This geographical isolation not only provides a perfect cover for military operations, but also means that civilian access is heavily restricted. Due to its secure nature, the facility has generated an aura of curiosity, leading many to speculate about the type of experiments that might be taking place behind its closed doors. One of the most enduring aspects of Area 51's lore is its alleged connection with UFOs. Rumors of extraterrestrial encounters began to gain traction shortly after the Roswell incident in 1947, where an unidentified object crashed on a ranch in New Mexico. While the government claimed it was a weather balloon, conspiracy theorists have suggested otherwise, linking the event to Area 51 as a site of government cover-ups regarding alien technology. A pivotal moment in the public's imagination came in the late 1980s, when Robert Lazar, a self-identified physicist, claimed to have worked on reverse engineering alien spacecraft at a site near Area 51. According to Lazar, the government possesses materials and technology that originate from other worlds. His assertions fueled widespread interest and skepticism alike, leading many to question what might be hidden within the facility. The secrecy surrounding Area 51 has often led to speculation regarding advanced aircraft prototypes, including the U-2 and State Route 71 Blackbird reconnaissance planes, which were developed as responses to Cold War demands. These aircraft were revolutionary in their design and capabilities, allowing for high-altitude surveillance missions over enemy territories. The innovative technology developed here has significantly influenced modern aviation and defense systems. Media portrayals have also played a significant role in shaping public perception of Area 51. Movies, television shows, and documentaries have incorporated the base into their storylines, often depicting it as the epicenter of alien research and discovery. This portrayal has, over time, helped cement Area 51's status as the go-to symbol for government secrecy and the potential for life beyond our planet. In addition to its ties to UFOs and extraterrestrial studies, Area 51 is also rumored to be involved in the testing of classified military projects. The enigmatic nature of these projects only adds to the lore surrounding the site. Some enthusiasts suggest that the base has not just housed advanced aircraft, but has also been a testing ground for cutting-edge technology such as drones and other unmanned aerial vehicles, which have become increasingly vital in modern military operations. As more information and declassified documents surface, the narrative around Area 51 continues to evolve. With the rise of the Internet, many enthusiasts have sought to document sightings and experiences related to UFOs, adding to the rich tapestry of stories linked to the site. Online communities dedicated to sharing information, research, and theories about Area 51 have proliferated, further amplifying the discussion. The yearly events and gatherings in nearby towns, such as the infamous Area 51 raid in 2019, underscore the ongoing public interest in the facility. Such gatherings showcase a unique blend of humor, activism, and a sincere curiosity about what might be kept from the public eye. While the raid itself was intended as a joke, it highlighted the innate human desire to uncover the unknown and challenge established norms. Despite the government's official stance on Area 51, its acknowledgement as a military testing facility, and rejection of the existence of extraterrestrial activities, the intrigue persists. The fact that some documents and information have been declassified over the years paradoxically fuels the speculations rather than dousing them. The dual nature of mystery and revelation creates a captivating narrative that engages the imagination. As with many myths and legends, Area 51 serves as a reflection of broader human concerns and aspirations. It embodies our quest for knowledge and the desire to understand the universe, not only in terms of potential alien life, but also regarding the capabilities of our own technology. It pushes us to ponder the possibilities beyond our understanding and the lengths to which governments might go to protect their secrets. The intersection of science, the unknown, and the thrill of conspiracy theory makes Area 51 a compelling topic of discussion for many. Those drawn into its narrative often find themselves exploring themes of trust, transparency, and the ethics of technology. The ongoing debates about what is really happening within those fences raise important questions about government accountability and the responsibility of those in power to inform the public. Each new development tied to Area 51, whether it's a new sighting of an unusual aircraft in the sky, a documentary release, or a fresh round of declassification, serves to reignite interest and discussion. This combination of history, speculation, and culture ensures that Area 51 remains a permanent fixture in the landscape of American folklore and a captivating subject for both avid enthusiasts and casual observers alike. The story of Area 51 is far from over. As the fabric of our understanding continues to unravel and reveal new threads, The enigma of this classified base will likely endure in the public imagination, serving as a canvas upon which we can project our hopes, fears, and dreams about the unknown and the future. It invites us to think beyond our current knowledge and challenges us to ask what lies just beyond the horizon, waiting to be discovered. And as we reflect on these themes, we find that the intrigue of Area 51 is not merely about government conspiracies or alien life. It speaks to the very nature of human curiosity and the endless pursuit of knowledge that defines us. As we ponder these matters, consider the vastness of our universe. There are billions of stars, each potentially hosting planets, and the potential for life outside our own is a tantalizing idea that stimulates the imagination. While the government's activities at Area 51 remain shrouded in secrecy, the facility continues to signify our quest for understanding, both of our own planet and of the cosmos. It is a testament to human ingenuity and tenacity, reflecting our continuous desire to push boundaries and unlock the mysteries of existence in a universe that is, at times, unfathomably complex. Whether through the lens of technology, military advancements, or the exploration of the unknown, Area 51 serves as an eternal reminder of what it means to be curious, to seek answers, and to be engaged with the world around us. In the vast expanse of radio frequencies, where signals dance and hum in the invisible spectrum, one particular transmission has captivated the imaginations of amateur radio enthusiasts, conspiracy theorists, and the curious alike. This is the story of the buzzer, known by its call sign UVB-76. It's a mystery that has endured for decades, a low-frequency beep that many believe holds secrets buried deep within the folds of time and technology. The buzzer has been broadcasting since the late 1970s from a location in Russia, and if you were to tune into its frequency, you would hear a repetitive sound, a monotonous buzz, which has earned it its nickname. This sound is often described as a drone, a relentless pulse that continues hour after hour, day after day, year after year. Its consistency and duration are remarkable, making it one of the longest-running audio signals in modern history. As curious listeners began to tune in to this broadcast, they quickly noticed that the buzzer isn't just an endless repetition. From time to time, the regular buzzing is interrupted by voice transmissions, which are typically in Russian. These short bursts of human speech have included numbers and coded messages, leading many to speculate about its purpose. The transmissions are often cryptic, with little context provided, which adds to the enigma surrounding the buzzer. Theories about the buzzer's purpose are as diverse as the individuals who listen to it. Some suggest that it is part of a Soviet-era military communication system, a relic from a time when the Cold War dictated the flow of information. Others believe that it serves a more nefarious purpose, acting as a marker for spies or a way to communicate covertly. Even more intriguing is the idea that it might be a distress signal, a call for help hidden in plain sight. In 1997, the intrigue surrounding the buzzer intensified when a Ukrainian radio operator accidentally tapped into its frequency and transmitted a message back. This act of abatement was not met with silence. The buzzer responded by starting a series of numbers, leading to a flurry of excitement and speculation. This interaction only deepened the mystery, as many began to wonder if the buzzer had its own means of retaliation or acknowledgement. As time rolls on, the buzzer remains an active transmission, its rhythmic pulse synonymous with unanswered questions. Every day, enthusiasts from around the world tune in, some even documenting their observations and interactions with this elusive radio signal. There are forums and blogs dedicated to discussions about UVB-76, where individuals share their theories, findings, and personal experiences. One facet that proves particularly enticing to listeners is the idea of real-time interaction. In a world where communication is instantaneous, the concept of tuning into a static radio signal that has remained largely unchanged over decades feels almost like connecting with history itself. People often describe their experiences of shifting the dial and landing on the buzzer in hushed fascination, as if discovering an ancient artifact of the airwaves. Notably, the nature of the buzzer taps into a profound human curiosity about the unknown. The very existence of a continuous, unexplained signal inspires thoughts about what life might be like in those shadows of secrecy. What stories are hidden beneath the surface, and what histories lay buried in those frequencies? It beckons listeners into a world of speculation. Why was it created, and who listens to it, if anyone at all? In recent years, the intrigue has grown alongside advancements in technology. With the rise of the internet, more people had access to the tools that allow them to engage with the buzzer. Live streams, recordings, and software designed to decode or analyze its signals make it more accessible than ever. Yet, despite the proliferation of resources, the buzzer's purpose remains elusive, fueling a sense of wonder. There have been moments when the buzzer went offline for extended periods, causing a wave of concern among its listeners. These outages raise eyebrows and spur theories. Why would such a resilient signal stop? What does it mean? When these moments occur, those who are fascinated by the buzzer often engage in frantic discussions, awaiting its return while pondering the implications of its disappearance. Interestingly enough, the buzzer has even crossed paths with pop culture. References to this enigmatic signal have appeared in films, books, and television series, further embedding it into the fabric of fascination surrounding mysterious phenomena. The allure of something unexplained continues to inspire creativity, generating stories that stretch the bounds of reality. From whispers of espionage to echoes of a long-gone era, the buzzer serves as a backdrop for the narratives woven around it. In the grand scheme of things, the UVB-76 phenomenon stands as a testament to the human desire to seek answers, unearth mysteries, and delve deeper into the unknown. Many radio enthusiasts view the buzzer not just as a signal but as a thread connecting the past to the present, an enduring mystery that enchants listeners with its simplicity, yet perplexes them with its complexity. As the buzzer continues to broadcast its hypnotic buzz into the ether, it reinforces a sense of connection among those who listen. Each beep becomes a metaphor for curiosity itself, resonant with the unending quest for knowledge. The radio frequency captures a part of our collective consciousness, a reminder that even in our highly connected world, some mysteries just refuse to unravel. So next time you find yourself tuning into the airwaves or experimenting with the frequencies, consider giving the buzzer a listen. It might just take you on an auditory journey across time, a wave of intrigue that pulls you deeper into the unknown. Whether you are seeking answers or simply indulging in the beauty of mystery, the buzzer remains a pulse in the air, an invitation to ponder and explore further. The Hinterkaifeck murders are one of the most chilling and mysterious cases in German criminal history, rooted in events that unfolded on a remote farmstead in Bavaria in the early 20th century. This narrative unfolds in a secluded location, where a tight-knit family lived, and yet, in the span of just a few days, it would become the scene of a gruesome tragedy that remains unsolved to this day. The Hinterkaifeck farm was situated about 70 kilometers from Munich, near the small village of Weidhofen. The Gruber family, consisting of Andreas Gruber, his wife Cecilia, their daughter Victoria, her husband, and their 2 children, had lived there for generations. The family was not without its troubles. Whispers of strange occurrences had been reported prior to the tragedy. For example, Andreas Gruber had mentioned that he discovered strange footprints leading from the nearby woods to the house, but they were perplexingly absent on the return journey. This sense of unease, however, was overshadowed by the ordinary issues of rural life, like tending to cattle and managing daily chores. In March 1922, an air of unease escalated. The family had expressed concerns about paranormal happenings and felt that someone was stalking them. Before long, loneliness and fear became an overwhelming atmosphere on the farmstead. What was initially thought of as mere figments of imagination would soon become a catastrophic reality. The first hints of the horror that was to come began on March 31st, when the disappearance of the whole family was noted. After a few days, worried neighbors decided to investigate the situation when they saw no sign of life at Hinterkaifeck. As they approached the farmhouse, a sense of dread filled the air. The door, usually so welcoming, was eerily ajar, and strange silence enveloped the premises. As the neighbors entered the home, they were greeted with a scene that would haunt them forever. The bodies of the Gruber family were discovered in the barn, their lives extinguished in a brutal and savage manner. The crime scene revealed a shocking tableau. The elderly parents, Andreas and Cecilia, were found among the animals, their lifeless bodies hidden under a layer of freshly disturbed hay. Victoria and her children met the same tragic fate, their innocent lives taken alongside their family. Each inflicted wound painted a grim picture of the events that occurred during those dark hours. The evidence suggested that whoever committed these crimes had a profound understanding of the family's routine. A weapon was never recovered, leading to theories about the method of the attack. Some speculated that it was a tool from the farm itself that had served this unspeakable purpose. Others pondered the psychological profile of the assailant, as the nature of the murders indicated a deeply personal animosity. Residents of Whitehofen were left grappling with the aftermath and the many questions that arose from this incident. How could someone harbor such malice toward a family living in apparent isolation? Was the killer someone known to the Grubers, or a complete stranger? With no clear evidence and only whispers circulating through the tranquil village, theories and suspicions flourished like wildflowers in the spring. One theory proposed a family feud, where old grudges boiled over into violent actions. Others theorized about a more sinister motive relating to the farm itself. Some believed it could be tied to its valuable land or possessions. The rural landscape, dotted with farms and fields, provided ample opportunity for anyone hoping to conceal grim intentions. Detectives traveled from far and wide, delving into the family's past, seeking connections that might explain the horror that had transpired. However, each lead seemed to lead to a dead end, leading to widespread frustration as villagers became increasingly anxious about their safety. The lack of closure left behind could almost be felt in the air, and Hinterkaifeck became synonymous with fear and unexplainable dread. As time passed, many myths and stories developed around the murders. Local legend grew, speaking of eerie sounds and flickering lights at the farm. Tales spread about how some claimed to have spotted shadows moving amidst the trees and felt the chilling presence of the Gruber family, as if their spirits lingered unresolved in the world. The Hinterkaifeck tragedy reminds us of the thin veil that sits between peace and chaos. The anonymity of the perpetrator and the gruesome nature of the crime unlocks a plethora of discussions regarding human psychology and societal structures. It asks questions about community, trust, and fear, challenging the very foundations of what we perceive as safety in our homes. Now over a century later, Hinterkaifeck stands as a silent witness to a horrific past. The farmhouse, long abandoned, carries the memories and the sorrow etched deeply into its walls. Nature, having reclaimed much of the land, creates a juxtaposition between the beauty of the landscape and the shadows of the past, reserved only for those who dare to linger longer than they should. As the seasons turn and the winds whip through the fields, people today continue to speculate about the lives lost on that fated farm. The story of the Hinterkaifeck murders infuses itself into popular culture, introduced through books, documentaries, and even fictional recreations. Each retelling adds layers to the narrative, illuminating not just the tragedy but the myriad of human emotions that arise in the wake of unspeakable horror. What remains unresolved is not merely a series of facts, but a haunting reminder of life cut short and the questions we still seek answers to. The mysteries of Hinterkaifeck touch something deeply human within us, urging curiosity about those emotions that reside in shadows, urging the mind to wander into darker corners where fear meets intrigue, longing for resolution in a story where the ending remains just out of reach. While the world continues to turn and modern life advances around it, the ghost of the Gruber family and the unanswered questions of that infamous night continue to linger, challenging every individual who hears the story to confront their darkest curiosities and acknowledge the inexplicable. The Hinterkaifeck murders remain an indelible mark on the landscape of Bavaria, an unsolved enigma woven into the very fabric of history that prompts us to reflect on the fragility of life and the complex tapestry of human nature. The London Hammer is a curious artifact that has garnered attention for its intriguing mix of history, legend, and science. This hammer was discovered in 1934 in a small town called London, Texas. The story goes that a couple, while exploring a limestone cave, stumbled upon this unusual object. What made this discovery particularly captivating is that the hammer was embedded in a rock that was dated to be over 100 million years old, a time when humans were not yet walking the earth, or so mainstream archaeology and history suggest. The hammer is made of iron and has a wooden handle, which was remarkably well preserved, despite the alleged age of the rock surrounding it. This preservation has led to a variety of theories and debates among historians, scientists, and enthusiasts. For those who believe in the possibility of ancient advanced civilizations, the hammer serves as physical evidence that might challenge the established timelines of human history. Let's talk about the hammer's physical characteristics. The head is made of iron, which is puzzling in itself, considering that when this rock was formed, human beings hadn't yet developed mining techniques that allowed for the creation of iron tools. Additionally, the wooden handle shows signs of craftsmanship that many argue would not have been feasible during what many believe to be a primitive era. Those in the scientific community question the legitimacy of the claims surrounding the London Hammer. They often propose that the artifact might not be as old as it seems and instead suggest that the hammer was simply left in the cave more recently than the geological date suggests. Some experts even believe that the stone could have formed around the hammer through natural processes, which might explain why it was found embedded in rock. Another interesting aspect of the story is how it has inspired various conspiracy theories and alternative history claims. Some people see it as evidence of ancient beings who possessed advanced technology long before documented history acknowledges any such civilization. This idea aligns with a broader fascination with hidden histories and the numerous myths surrounding our ancestry. Could there have been a civilization that left behind tools and technology we are yet to understand? As with many historical artifacts that create a stir, the London Hammer sparks a debate about what we consider knowledge. It forces us to confront our inherited narratives about history and to question whether there might be truths buried beneath layers of sediment, both literal and metaphorical. The hammer, whether it is a mere curiosity or a significant piece of evidence, serves as a reminder that our understanding of the past is still evolving. Moreover, stories surrounding the hammer illustrate the human desire to connect with the past and to explore the unknown. When we encounter anomalies like this, they challenge our perceptions and encourage us to dig deeper, not only into history, but also into the nature of belief and skepticism. How often do we take a narrative for granted without pausing to consider that there are still many questions yet to be answered? The London Hammer has appeared in numerous books, documentaries, and websites dedicated to alternative theories. Each of these platforms contributes to the ongoing conversation surrounding the artifact, igniting curiosity and sparking discussion among researchers and enthusiasts alike. Some see it merely as a tool devoid of any extraordinary significance, while others interpret it as an indication of what might still be out there waiting to be discovered. So if you ever find yourself in London, Texas, you might want to visit the local museum where the hammer is displayed. It became a point of fascination not only for locals but also for travelers eager to delve into the mysteries of history. The narrative surrounding the hammer continues to evolve, much like the questions it poses about our collective past. Each new generation of learners, thinkers, and explorers could reshape the interpretations of artifacts like the London Hammer. What we understand today may just be the tip of the iceberg, and as we move forward with new technologies and discoveries, who knows what new contexts might emerge from ancient remnants. The interplay between time, discovery, and interpretation can lead us on many paths, some of which may challenge our current understanding of history. Thus, the London Hammer stands as a symbol of both wonder and the quest for answers. It embodies the spirit of inquiry that drives us as humans, the desire not just to see the world as it is, but to ponder how it came to be. The discussions around it are as much a reflection of our fascination with the past as they are with the present and future. The mystery of the hammer invites us to think critically, engage with different perspectives, and remain open to the ongoing stories that unfold through our searches for truth. Artifacts like the London Hammer remind us that history, in many ways, is still being written. There may be many more discoveries lying beneath the surface, waiting to be unearthed, that could add depth to our understanding or shift our timelines entirely. As we continue to explore our world, each find can lead us to deeper questions. What do we truly know about our history? How do we categorize evidence that challenges existing frameworks? The answers may just expand our horizons and deepen our appreciation for the intricacies of existence across time. In a time where it is increasingly possible to ask questions without definitive answers, the London Hammer prompts adventure into the unknown. It stands as a testament to both our achievements and our mysteries, urging us to keep exploring, questioning, and learning as we put together the pieces of the vast puzzle that is human history. Each story, like that of the London Hammer, encourages curiosity and the embrace of inquiry as we venture into the endless fields of the unknown. As new research emerges, as new paths of thought are tapped, and as fresh perspectives come to light, we embrace this journey. The past is alive in the present, woven into our questions, our artifacts, and our very curiosity. Such explorations remind us that history is not a stagnant record, but a living, breathing narrative that evolves with every generation, leaving us with an invitation to continue seeking, discovering, and understanding the complexities of who we are and how we got here. In this light, the London Hammer is more than an artifact. It symbolizes the eternal human pursuit for knowledge and understanding, bridging the gap between what we thought we knew and what we have yet to uncover. As this fascination persists, may we always keep our minds open and our spirits curious, ready for whatever wisdom the world has yet to reveal. In the bustling streets of cities across North America and South America, a mysterious phenomenon has captured the attention of urban explorers, artists, and curious passers-by alike. These objects, known as Toynbee tiles, are cryptic messages embedded in asphalt, seemingly popping up in unexpected places. Their origins remain a puzzle, and their content often sparks intrigue, conversation, and speculation. The hunt for Toynbee tiles. Imagine walking down a city street in Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., or Buenos Aires, when you suddenly look down and spot a strange tiled message in the ground. These tiles are typically rectangular, made of materials that resemble linoleum, and are often inscribed with curious phrases or references. The most famous of these tiles begins with the words Toynbee idea, followed by references to things like Kubrick, resurrect dead on planet Jupiter, and a series of other enigmatic lines. The diversity and strangeness of the messages are part of what keeps people looking for them. For urban explorers or those simply wandering the city, each discovery feels like unearthing a hidden treasure. The allure lies not only in the message itself, but in the quest to decipher it. Who created these tiles? Why are they scattered in urban landscapes, often hidden in plain sight? The mystery pulls people in, encouraging them to research, take photos, and share their findings with others. A brief history. The origin of the Toynbee tiles can be traced back to the late 1980s, though their beginnings are cloaked in uncertainty. A Philadelphia-based filmmaker named Chris Dyer has often been credited as one of the first to notice these tiles and bring attention to them through his documentary work. The first documented tile was discovered in Philadelphia in 1983, and since then, they have been found in various cities, including New York, Chicago, and even as far south as Brazil. This phenomenon has evolved from a local curiosity to an international mystery. Individuals interested in archaeology, art, and even conspiracy theories have joined in the exploration, attempting to piece together the significance of the tiles and their creator. Every city seems to have its own story associated with the tiles, creating a sense of local folklore that ties communities together and a shared quest for understanding. The message behind the tiles. At the heart of the Toynbee tiles is a recurring theme related to the ideas of British historian Arnold Toynbee. The puzzling phrase, Toynbee idea, appears prominently, and interpretations of this idea differ widely. Some suggest it references Toynbee's theories on societal rebirth and the cyclical nature of civilizations, while others propose a more cosmic interpretation, suggesting that the tiles express a vision of resurrection and transcendence. Take, for instance, a phrase that mentions resurrecting the dead on Jupiter. This concept taps into deep-rooted themes about life, death, and the afterlife. The idea of resurrecting individuals in a distant place prompts us to reflect on human existence and our understanding of life beyond our current reality. It challenges us to think about our connection to the cosmos and the ephemeral nature of life. As these messages are embedded within the city, they evoke a sense of the eternal, beckoning us to consider what truly matters beneath the surface of our everyday lives. In a way, the very existence of these tiles encourages us to observe the world more closely, to engage with our environment, and to wonder about the stories hidden in our surroundings. The craft of creating tiles. In addition to the message itself, the method of creating the tiles adds another layer of intrigue. The tiles are created using a unique technique that involves layering adhesive materials and a vinyl sheet onto the asphalt. The mystery deepens since the person or group behind the tiles has managed to install them in public spaces without drawing much attention or scrutiny during the process. This clandestine activity has led to speculation about whether the tile creator operates alone or with collaborators. Public art has always held a special place in urban spaces, and Toynbee tiles fit into this category, a form of guerrilla art that challenges our perceptions of communication within public landscapes. Each tile acts as a tiny billboard conveying messages that defy conventional understanding. The effort to hide these cryptic statements among the more mundane aspects of city life elevates them from mere graffiti to pieces of thought-provoking art. The digital age and Toynbee tiles. As we continue to advance into the digital age, the Toynbee tiles have found new life online. Social media platforms serve as a gallery for those who have discovered these tiles, offering a space to share photographs, stories, and interpretations. The community formed around these tiles has grown to include amateur sleuths, artists, and curious individuals who share a common goal: to uncover the meaning behind the message. Online forums and websites dedicated to the tiles act as hubs of information and speculation. People from different backgrounds contribute to the ongoing discourse, examining every possible meaning of the phrases discovered. The digital landscape has allowed for a more united effort in tracking the spread of the tiles, prompting debates on their significance and implications. Art or anomaly? An essential question surrounding Toynbee tiles is whether they should be considered art or simply a curious urban anomaly. For many, the tiles possess an artistic quality that inspires fascination, reflection, and engagement with the environment. However, others view them as mere oddities that disrupt the beauty of our public spaces. Regardless of the view one takes, the tiles have undoubtedly left their mark on the cities they inhabit. Urban spaces are often characterized by dynamic interactions between people, culture, and place. In this context, Toynbee tiles have become part of the urban tapestry. They invite us to look beyond the ordinary, infusing city landscapes with layers of meaning. The interplay between the mundane and the extraordinary becomes a dialogue that continues as long as the tiles remain in place. Community impact. Furthermore, the impact of Toynbee tiles extends beyond their physical presence. These tiles have sparked conversations about public art, urban space, and community identity. They can serve as a catalyst for local artists and creators, motivating them to leave their mark or initiate projects that engage the community. The mystery of the tiles can bring together people who might not otherwise connect, creating a shared experience that enriches the cultural fabric of a city. In this sense, the tiles become a collaborative legacy. An anonymous author's thoughts echo through the streets long after their installation. With each new discovery, more individuals are drawn into the story, reflecting the ever-evolving nature of urban culture and collective identity. Exploring the enigma. As with many urban mysteries, the excitement lies in the exploration of the unknown. For those passionate about uncovering stories, seeking out Toynbee tiles can become a thrilling scavenger hunt. The act of searching for these cryptic messages can transform how one engages with their city. Instead of viewing it simply as a place to commute through, individuals may find themselves pausing to observe the ground beneath their feet, or looking for unexpectedly embedded narratives. Imagine traipsing along the streets of a bustling metropolis, a keen eye scanning the pavement, hopeful for any hint of the unconventional art that may lie ahead. The experience connects explorers with the city on a deeper level, enhancing their relationship with the space around them. Each tile discovered is not merely a curiosity, it becomes part of an ongoing adventure, a piece of the larger puzzle they are trying to solve. The legacy of Toynbee tiles. The ongoing presence of Toynbee tiles will continue to evoke intrigue as new generations of urban explorers uncover and reflect on them. Schools of thought about public art will evolve, fostering discussions about how we interpret messaging in urban landscapes. The enigma behind these tiles ensures that they are more than an ephemeral art form. They are a dialogue that transcends time, inviting people to partake in a mystery that connects cultures and spans continents. As long as cities exist, so will their narratives, woven into the fabric of the streets we traverse. The Toynbee tiles remain a testimony to the power of creativity and the human spirit to question, to ponder, and to weave meaning into the very environment we inhabit. In every city, as each tile waits patiently beneath our feet, we are reminded of the stories yet to be told and the mysteries that invite us to wonder. So, the next time you find yourself wandering the streets of a lively city, keep an eye on the ground. You never know what cryptic messages might be waiting just beneath the surface, whispering secrets of history, humanity, and imagination. The Rift Valley, a unique geological feature stretching across East Africa, has fascinated scientists and explorers for many years. This tremendous valley primarily forms as a result of tectonic plate movements, where the Earth's crust is being pulled apart. The Rift Valley runs from the Red Sea in the north to Mozambique in the south, encompassing several countries including Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. One of the most significant seismic phenomena in the Rift Valley is the occurrence of earthquakes. These tremors are caused by the shifting of tectonic plates beneath the Earth's surface. The rifting process creates stress along fault lines, sometimes leading to sudden releases of this built-up energy. The East African Rift has a historical record of seismic activity, making it a prominent area for earthquake studies. Scientists have been keen to understand the patterns, magnitudes, and potential impacts of these seismic events. For instance, the magnitude 7.0 earthquake that struck in 2009 near the town of Juba in South Sudan serves as a stark reminder of the power and unpredictability of the region's geological behavior. Moreover, the Rift Valley is home to numerous volcanoes, many of which are active. Mount Kilimanjaro, located in Tanzania, is perhaps the most famous of these volcanoes. It is not a classic cone-shaped volcano, but rather a stratovolcano with a glacier-capped summit that has fascinated adventurers and researchers alike. The volcanic activity in this area is primarily related to the rifting. When the tectonic plates move apart, magma from the Earth's mantle can rise to fill the gap, leading to volcanic eruptions. The interaction between lava and the water present in the rift can create unique geothermal features such as hot springs and geysers. The famous O.L. Doinyo Lengai volcano produces a type of lava that is unique to this region, called natrocarbonatite, which is less viscous and flows differently than typical basaltic lava. The Rift Valley hosts various lakes, created from the geological activity in the region. Lake Victoria, Lake Albert, and Lake Turkana are some of the largest and most well-known lakes formed by rifting and erosion processes. Each lake has its own unique ecosystem, influenced by the geological setting. The mineral-rich waters of these lakes and their surrounding areas have attracted diverse wildlife and plant species, while also serving as crucial habitats for fish. The study of these lakes offers insights into the natural history and ecological changes over millennia. Another fascinating aspect of the Rift Valley is the rich archaeological history embedded in its landscape. Over the years, numerous fossil discoveries have been made, offering valuable clues about human evolution. The Rift Valley is often referred to as the quote of humanity. Many notable hominid fossils have been found here, including those of famous early humans like Lucy and Australopithecus afarensis found in Ethiopia. The geological and fossil evidence indicates how early human ancestors adapted to their changing environment, providing an intricate tapestry of life and survival. As seismic and volcanic activities continue to unfold in the Rift Valley, they prompt numerous scientific inquiries. Researchers are not only interested in understanding the natural phenomena themselves, but also in how these geological processes affect human populations in the region. For instance, the communities living near active volcanoes must continuously assess risks while balancing the potential benefits of living in a geologically dynamic area, such as fertile soils and geothermal energy. The Rift Valley offers opportunities for advancements in fields such as geology, archaeology, ecology, and anthropology, making it an ongoing focus for multidisciplinary research. Furthermore, monitoring technology has advanced, allowing scientists to gather and analyze data more effectively. Seismographs, for example, are used to detect and record earthquake activity, giving researchers insights into when and where tremors are likely to occur. The mathematics of predicting earthquakes is complex, yet essential for assessing risks in populated areas near fault lines. Continued improvements in scientific instruments and methodologies contribute to a deeper understanding of the processes at play and potentially give affected communities the tools needed for better preparedness. Climate change also poses challenges to the dynamic environments within the Rift Valley. Alterations in rainfall patterns and temperature fluctuations may influence everything from food security to wildlife migration. As the geology of the Rift Valley continues to evolve, the adaptive strategies of both humans and nature must be studied in context. Understanding these intricate relationships is vital not only to appreciating the past, but also to anticipating future changes in both landscape and habitat. In recognizing the Rift Valley's rich tapestry of geological and seismic phenomena, researchers gather not just in laboratories and conference rooms, but in the field as well. They trek across vast landscapes, often facing harsh conditions and unpredictable weather, fueled by the quest for knowledge. The stark beauty of the region, with its dramatic escarpments and expansive views, serves as both inspiration and challenge. The metamorphosis of the Rift Valley is a clear representation of the Earth's ongoing evolutionary story. As the plates continue to pull apart, new formations emerge, and existing features may change over time. Rivers carve through mountains, while ancient lava flows plant the seeds for future habitats. The interconnected dynamics of geological activity and life underscore the inherent complexity of our planet. In summary, the Rift Valley is more than just a geographical feature. It is an intricate tapestry of seismic activities, geological formations, and rich biological diversity, all shaped by the relentless forces of nature. It provides endless avenues for scientific inquiry and understanding. Whether it is the thrilling unpredictability of earthquakes, the awe-inspiring presence of volcanic mountains, the rich archaeological history, or the delicate balance of ecosystems, the Rift Valley holds within it a story waiting to be told. Each study, each discovery, adds another layer to our understanding of this remarkable part of the world, urging us to look closer, dig deeper, and appreciate the wonders of our planet. This realm of geological marvels serves not only as a reminder of the dynamic nature of our Earth's crust, but also as an essential teaching ground for future generations. The crystal skulls are a fascinating topic that has intrigued both archaeologists and enthusiasts of the mystical for many years. These 13 crystal skulls, crafted from quartz, have captivated the imagination of many who believe they possess unique powers and a mysterious history. The origin of the crystal skulls is often shrouded in myths and legends. Each skull tells a story, whether it be that they are relics of an advanced ancient civilization, artifacts from lost cultures, or even tools used by the ancients to communicate with otherworldly beings. Many artists and historians propose various theories regarding their creation, suggesting they may have been fashioned by the Aztecs, Mayans, or even earlier cultures that thrived long before recorded history. One of the most famous crystal skulls is known as the British Museum skull, which was thought to have originated in Central America. It was brought to Britain in the early 19th century and has sparked quite a bit of research and speculation. This skull is believed to be a product of incredible craftsmanship, showcasing the skill of ancient artisans who could shape and polish quartz in ways that modern technology still finds challenging. Additionally, there are claims that these crystal skulls possess healing properties and are conduits of energy, enhancing the spiritual well-being of those who come into contact with them. People who believe in their mystical powers often say that simply holding a crystal skull can lead to feelings of calm and clarity, similar to the effects associated with other types of crystals. The idea is that these skulls resonate at a frequency that can harmonize with human energy fields in a very profound way. Besides their supposed mystical properties, the crystal skulls have become popular subjects in pop culture. You can find references to them in movies, television shows, and books. One particularly notable mention came in the film Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which further popularized the myths surrounding these artifacts. This film led to renewed interest in their history and sparked debates about their authenticity and meaning. Archaeological studies of the crystal skulls often lead to intense discussions. Many experts argue that the technology required to create such detailed carvings could not have existed in ancient times. However, others counter this argument by suggesting that early civilizations may have possessed knowledge and skills that we have yet to fully understand or appreciate today. A key aspect of the allure of crystal skulls is the mystery surrounding their origins. Despite various examinations and testing, many remain unanswered questions about how and when these skulls were made. Some claim they can be traced back as far as 5,000 years, with others suggesting they belong to much more recent periods, but have garnered a mythical status over time. One interesting perspective says that while some of the skulls may be artifacts manufactured in modern times, they can still be filled with meaning and value. The stories and beliefs that people attribute to crystal skulls enrich their significance and give them a place in modern culture. Many individuals feel drawn to these items, believing they offer opportunities for spiritual growth and deeper connection to the earth. Collectively, these crystal skulls represent an intersection of art, history, and spirituality. They encourage us to explore our own beliefs and the ways in which we can connect with the world around us. Some enthusiasts argue that these skulls symbolize the wisdom of the ancients, reminding us that there are still so many lessons to be learned from those who came before us. In the world of gemstone enthusiasts, there's an appreciation for the beauty of quartz itself. The variations in color and texture make each crystal unique. People often seek out clear quartz because of its ability to amplify energy and intention, making it a popular choice for those interested in healing practices. The crystal skulls, being carved from this material, take on an added layer of meaning as they are not just representations of human skulls, but are also believed to carry the attributes of the quartz itself. Some people enjoy incorporating crystal skulls into their home decor, feeling that their presence adds to the spiritual ambiance of a space. They can be focal points in rooms or used in crystal grids, displaying beautifully alongside other gemstones. Their intricate designs and shining surfaces catch the light in a way that enhances the overall expression of the environment. Furthermore, There have been numerous gatherings and events centered around the exploration of crystal skulls. Gathering enthusiasts, seekers, and spiritual practitioners from around the globe, these meetings create communities united by a shared interest. Participants often share experiences, personal stories, and even belief systems regarding the skulls, enriching each other's understanding and reviving the sense of wonder surrounding these artifacts. Within the realm of alternative spirituality, crystal skulls are often linked to concepts of ancient wisdom and the possibility of connecting with higher dimensions. Some bear specific shapes or carvings that seem to hold symbolic meaning, reinforcing the theory that they serve as maps for spiritual journeys. Individuals sometimes report feelings of heightened awareness or intuition when engaging with the crystal skulls, leading to dialogues about consciousness and what it means to be connected to the greater cosmos. In conclusion, the enigmatic crystal skulls represent a blend of history, artistry, and mystique that captures the attention of many. They provoke thought about our past, our beliefs, and the experiences that unite us as humans. Whether viewed as mere curiosities of the past, or as vessels holding the wisdom of the ancients, the allure of the crystal skulls continues to flourish, inviting exploration, conversation, and wonder in ways that enrich the human experience. It remains a topic that encourages imagination, allowing us to dream of where we came from and what possibilities lie ahead. In the vast realm of the internet, few phenomena have sparked as much intrigue and speculation as Cicada 3301. Emerging in 2012, this enigmatic puzzle captured the attention of countless individuals, from casual internet users to seasoned cryptographers. The puzzle is often seen not just as a brain teaser, but as a clever recruitment tool aimed at attracting some of the brightest minds in code breaking and problem solving. The story of Cicada 3301 begins with a series of cryptic messages that popped up on the internet, challenging individuals to solve increasingly complex riddles and puzzles. These challenges appeared on various online platforms and included elements of cryptography, steganography, and even elements of philosophy and literature. The initial post on the now-defunct message board 4chan contained a simple message: "We are looking for highly intelligent individuals. To find them, we have created a game. We have taken the first step, and now it is up to you to find the rest." As the game progressed, participants were presented with an array of puzzles that incorporated references from diverse fields. These included classical literature, famous artworks, and mathematical concepts. In one instance, players encountered a series of QR codes that, when scanned, led to additional information and clues. The inclusion of these diverse elements added layers of intrigue and seemed to suggest that the creators were not only testing participants' problem-solving skills, but also their knowledge and cultural literacy. One of the most compelling aspects of Cicada 3301 was the community it fostered. As people from all walks of life banded together to crack the codes, forums and discussion groups sprang up, buzzing with theories and ideas. A vibrant culture developed around dissecting each clue, with participants sharing their findings and insights. The collaborative effort of these individuals highlighted a fascinating intersection of skill, creativity, and curiosity. The puzzles often challenged participants' understanding of cryptography. Some clues involved advanced encryption techniques that required a solid grasp of both theoretical and practical knowledge. Others demanded a keen eye for detail, pushing players to look beyond the obvious and scrutinize every aspect of a message or image. This complexity further underscored the insight that only those with a genuine passion for problem solving would persevere through the rigorous layers of challenge. In addition to cryptographic puzzles, the Cicada 3301 challenges included puzzles that required physical exploration. Some clues were tied to real-world locations, which meant that participants needed to venture out into the world to search for hidden messages. This added a tangible component to the puzzle, blending the digital with the physical in a way that was both unique and exhilarating. Over time, Cicada 3301 has inspired countless theories regarding the true identity of its creators. Speculation has ranged from sophisticated hackers seeking to recruit talented individuals to an organization with a more cryptic agenda. Some even theorized that it could be the work of a government agency attempting to find skilled personnel without publicizing their intentions. The shroud of mystery surrounding the creators only heightened the allure of the puzzle. Despite its cryptic nature, some elements of Cicada 3301 seem to convey a deeper philosophy. References to classical literature and themes of enlightenment suggested that the puzzle was not only a recruitment tool, but also an exercise in intellectual exploration. This notion led some participants to ponder the reasons behind the creation of the puzzle and what implications it might hold for society at large. Eventually, after several intricate challenges, many of which had captivated participants for months, the puzzle seemed to dissolve. Official communications from Cicada 3301 became more sporadic, and new puzzles became fewer and farther between. While some participants succeeded in contacting the elusive organization, the true nature of their success remains largely shrouded in mystery. The gradual fading of the Cicada 3301 phenomenon only served to deepen the intrigue surrounding it. In recent years, discussions about Cicada 3301 have continued to proliferate across various platforms. Documentaries, articles, and podcasts have explored the depths of the puzzle, delving into its challenges and the motivations behind its creation. Some scholars see it as a fascinating case study in modern cryptography, while others regard it as a cultural artifact that reflects the pursuits of knowledge in the digital age. As technology continues to evolve, the allure of puzzles like Cicada 3301 will likely persist. The complexities of human thought and the desire to uncover hidden truths resonate deeply within us, pushing many to seek out such intellectual challenges. Whether the mystery of Cicada 3301 will ever be unraveled remains unknown, but its legacy continues to inspire those who cherish the thrill of discovery. The pursuit of knowledge and understanding, a journey taken by countless souls, remains a defining feature of the human experience. Cicada 3301 thus stands as a testament to the power of collective inquiry and the appeal of enigmas that challenge the mind. It serves as a reminder of the endless curiosity that drives humanity to explore, solve, and ultimately understand the intricate world around us. As we navigate the waters of the digital age, the spirit of Cicada 3301 will linger on, inviting new generations to embrace the mysteries that lie ahead.